I have not a lot to say because I'm going to say, Matt, why don't you recap and tell us what you did in your downtime? Because I think you guys have some catching up to do. Also, just for the record, you're all at the tavern. Technically, I sort of introduced Castos, so you can also do that. And in the meantime, I will grab some water.
All right.
Go ahead, Matt. The floor is yours.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we all finished doing what we were doing up here, talking to each of our respected, people that I guess aligned with us the closest. So, Kelsey, you talk with Lady Lissiandra. Hasamero, you apparently, my character doesn't know this, but from what I know, your character talked to, your patron. And I talked to this nice lady known as Antix. Of course, we had Leo, who talked to Gideon.
The Supreme Overlord, of course.
The Supreme Overlord Gideon that's running the Soaring Drake, which is a very nice establishment.
Exactement.
And then we had Red, who talked to... Oh, fuck, who was that again? Oh, of course. Don't say it. I got it right now. He talked to Giliosa, where he got his... he gave Giliosa the staff he has gotten. The artifact. And that's pretty much what happened for this majority of the session, where we then had some downtime afterwards. We then met up at the Soaring Drake. And in the downtime, at least, I can tell you what Olaf did, because you were also a lot of it there. Or at least, I presume you were there. So we, of course, went to the church or temple, or I have still no idea what I really want to call it, DM. But we went to, where the believers of Tyr go to. And I talked to my friend Gron, where he said I needed to retrieve a hilt from these bandits that apparently have stolen it. And, these bandits also stolen other things that I guess everyone else want to retrieve back, at least from the party. So we did that. And he had, of course, a very... emotional determination to complete this, because Tyr means a lot to Olaf. And after that, Olaf did a little bit more. I don't think you were really with him at that point, but he went around, talked to he talked to Jesus, let me quickly find it again. Lissiandra, that is his name, Lissiandra. And basically, Olaf would explain you this while we were all meeting back, because, he wants everyone to know that what they're up to, the army at least. So Lissiandra basically told Olaf, told us that they were planning a raid on this bandit camp pretty much, and there was this commander that were in charge of it, since apparently all the other people that should take care of it doesn't really have time or can't do it. And apparently this is the same bandit group that also took the relic. And now that this commander has now set up, this is more like a guess, but it's pretty much lots of adventurers, or some adventurers can come along at the barracks, at the recruitment guy, and they can sign up for it, which Olaf would also say, you need to be here within a week. You need to talk to this person, sign up. I have. And then, if you're interested in joining Olaf, you can do that. Since I don't think Olaf knows you guys have a lot more stuff, you want to do. Or the other stuff. Afterwards, he also said that this commander was rather, almost ferocious in terms of methodology, in terms of how he handles stuff. But the army was considering taking in prisoners. At least that was what Olaf asked when he asked, how the army is treating these people that they're going to attack. And then basically they expect to meet more resistance with this group than, I guess, a regular group. I'm not sure exactly what more resistance means, but generally there's going to be a bit of a struggle whenever the army engages with these people. And generally, it's also not the military that takes care of these situations. It's always adventurers, the local people. I don't know, there's not a lot more to add. I mean, apparently these people have been causing havoc in the northern parts of the province along different trade routes, and they have reportedly assaulted small homesteads too, and taken hostages from either the caravans they've been raiding and also these homesteads. And they seem to prefer laying ambushes and overpowering their victims. basically, Olaf also just gives you the general gist about these people, information like what he could gather, and that this journey should take roughly 2 weeks if you were to accompany Olaf. I know it's a lot of information, but that's like the general gist of it.
General gist.
General gist. God, that's such a terrible joke, you know. I'll never forgive you for that.
Too bad for you.
Okay. Yes, and I guess that's where we start off in the tavern after Olaf has explained all of this. I can say
Yes.
good. Into character. Yes. So, what do you think? Is this something that might interest you? It seems like work, although I haven't really asked how much they will give in return for us risking our lives in this rather, well, dangerous mission almost. It seems that there's gonna be at least a few losses on both sides, looking at his face and talking to him.
You're talking to the rest of us, right?
Yes,
Yes,
we're in the tavern.
he's talking to the party. You are in the tavern.
Okay. Well, if the pay is good, there's no harm to it, right?
If we want to know exactly how much we're gonna make from it, then we probably have to head back to the, the barracks and talk to the recruitment person that I also talked to. He seemed rather informative and very upfront about a lot of the stuff I asked. So, if you have any questions that I didn't get to ask, then go ahead and ask him. He seems rather friendly for, the type of person he is.
And remind me again, we are searching for a special object?
Well, I don't know about you, but I work most of the time for, justice, of course, for what Tyr stands for, but I also need to make a living. And, in this case, I guess it's both of them, since these bandits seem to have taken some stuff, including Tyr's great hilt for his hammer. I need to get that back. I pledged to Gron that I would get it back, and so I will. However, other than that, I need to know whether or not you would join. Obviously, you don't have the same encouragement to do so.
Well, I'm also searching for something there, so let's just say we have the same goal.
Well, what are you searching for then?
I'm searching for a room.
What kind of room?
Room?
Yes.
Well, could you be more specific? It's
Like-
rather...
The bandits stole a room?
No.
That's what bandits do.
No.
That's why they raid homesteads, to steal their rooms.
How can you? Wait, Mick. How can you steal a room?
I didn't know how. That's why I was confused. Sorry, stupid question. What are you talking about?
Don't worry, there are no stupid questions.
That might have
stupid
been a stupid question, but
only stupid answers.
well, I have no doubt that you can give me many.
So,
There's a oh no, wait a second. No, it's fine.
The reason that
I'm
I
guessing-
thought you meant something else that the bandits had stolen is because I am also supposed to look for something else that bandits had stolen.
that's
No,
convenient.
That's convenient as well.
Well, Castos, why don't you just say what it is? It shouldn't be that difficult. Obviously, you're looking for something in that room, aren't you?
It's I'm guessing in the bandits hideout. I'm supposed to look for a room with
Okay.
two torches, a table and a chair in the center, and there should be a box that contains that specific item. Now I can't tell you more than this, but it is important that I obtain it.
Okay, is this something your, I don't know, your god has told you to? It seems rather specific, looking at the fact you haven't been there yet.
Bless you.
And,
Let's say
and seeing that, well, the guards were on a need-to-know basis, as in they wouldn't tell me anything regarding the specific. It seems rather specific what you said.
you're turning out quite the investigator, yeah?
Well, I need to know what's gonna happen and what we're looking for. And I'm just asking you a question here. And since I can't get any answers from the guard, it seems rather, well, I just want to know what you're looking for. In this
I know
case.
what I'm looking for, so don't worry about me.
Okay, that seems fine, right, Olaf? As long as we all are going on the trip because we have something that we're looking for, then we have a good reason to be invested in what it is we're trying to accomplish.
Yes, you're right.
Anyway, Mick, I don't think we have been properly introduced. Um, my name is Castle Severblue, and I slightly bow because we're all sitting and I'm like,
He popped his head into the table.
I bump my head into the
Bonk.
table. Boom, boom. I slightly nod, and you see a let me just describe myself. So there's a next to you is a very sharp-looking tiefling, with a red skin, red eyes, with slick back hair, with horns, and on those horns, or there's rings. There's two silver rings, and while he's sitting, you see his cloak on the side, and somewhat his some of his black armor sticking out, or it's slightly revealed. Um, mm, what else? And yeah, that's about it.
Yes, it's nice to formally meet you, Castos. I felt like your mind was elsewhere for the rest.
Ah, yes. Now I heard that that is a unique sickness in this world. Sometimes you just,
Strange. Yeah,
but it seems that it has affected
it's
Tiqu-
infectious. Chet and uh shit.
and
I'm
Tiquin.
blanking on Red's name.
Sequin.
Sequin.
Tiquin.
Yeah. Chet and Tequin seem to have contracted it from you.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but
It's a
I am sure
contagious
they will.
disease.
Well,
I can't say.
I'm glad to have you back.
What about you, Mick?
Yes.
What are you searching for?
Uh, it is a staff of some kind, like a scepter. It's very ancient.
Any, well, things that would, I don't know. I'm not exactly smart on that area, but generally speaking, there tends to be something that indicates what it is. You know, certain features like a ribbon or the shape of the hilt, as an example, from what I'm searching for.
Well, what I wrote down was a magic scepter that belonged to an ancient civilization. So that's pretty much all I've got, unless I go back and mentally listen to a recording of what I said last time.
The divine voice in your head says that is about accurate description.
I figured I might know it when I see it.
All right. Well, if I see anything that might look like a scepter that came from an ancient civilization, I will certainly call that out. Then.
If you see any really old looking stick like item.
I
and
guess
just-
ornamented with some things and probably, I don't know, some diamond shaped thing on the top, like you wizards tend to always put on for some reason. Yeah, sure.
that does
Huh.
sound very wizardy. Yeah, you got the vibe for sure.
I'll make sure to call that out. Same with you casters. If I see a room that has 2 torches, a stool, and I guess a box in it, then I'll tell you too. Okay. And of course, I guess it will be not polite if I also said that I was looking for a certain hilt of a great hammer. And, well, the science of it is basically that it is rather large than a usual hilt. You'll definitely see it hilt shape, yet way bigger, and it's wrapped in a reddish bluish leather and a reddish quad. It has a handguard formed from adamantine, if you know that material.
I've never seen that material, but if I see it, I will notify you immediately.
Wonderful. And these 2 fools over here, I guess they can't really say a lot today, can they?
Well, Pequin tells you that he he wants to go there because there is word that that these bandits might also be causing some corruption to the land with some items or rituals. It's unknown. That's at least what the Druid Circle has found out. That like a lot of giant spiders basically and dire wolves have been spotted around the region. Also to the north. And as far as chat goes, holy fucking shit! I think my pizza's
I
already
heard
here.
that
That's fast.
actually.
I heard
I'll be
that.
right back.
Run, Juicy, run!
Wow, convenient. It so happens that everyone is looking for something there.
Pizza time. I know, right? Oh my god! It's like, I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. And then chat.
He was looking for nope. He was looking for Zakborg.
Oh
But
yeah,
that was by Gideon, so I don't know if that's part of the same thing or if that's
I think it is, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Sack.
Luddy. Do you hear me or not?
Yeah,
I
we can
hope
hear
you
you.
Oh, okay,
Chat
great.
was looking for Sackwalk, right?
Yeah.
Chat is looking for Zakborg indeed, and that happens to be around the north. So since you're going there, he is going to go along with you.
Happens to be
And,
around this area.
He happened you're going the area you're going is in the north, and he basically Gideon told him that he went up north, so he might just be there.
Ah, okay. So just okay.
The
Well-
bandits didn't necessarily take Zakborg as far as we know.
Well,
That is not known, but since you're going there, you can, as a player, you could assume so.
well, we can certainly. I've heard stories of them when I talked to Lissiandra and then the recruiter that they have been taking prisoners before. Whether or not they've taken Sackwalk is unknown, but we might as well take a look for him while we are there. So I
And
think
who is this?
Chet Bradley, who needs Sackwalk. Well, ask
Well-
Chet Bradley. He
Get
seems
that
to
shit
know.
up. I can't roleplay like Leo does. Sorry, guys.
He's very behind.
Chet Bradley, the guy that's the son of the other guy. Oh, what's his name?
Sorry.
I forgot. No, this is in character. I forgot. Never mind. It's his name is just familiar.
All right, then.
I have one. There's one topic I'd like to discuss with all of you. I'm guessing when the time comes, we need to defend ourselves, right?
Probably. I don't think that we're probably gonna walk in and they're gonna be like, "Here's your stuff back."
So I never really Oh wait, be right back.
But
I never really rewrite back. Okay, I'm imagining like this. Like, okay. And then
Yeah.
Castus just walks out the room.
He had to go really the middle of
Sorry about that. Anyway,
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
No.
Whatever that sickness you had earlier, I feel like it came back for a second.
Don't worry, it passed. So I actually thought about this, but I don't know about you, and I know about Taekwondo, but we actually never killed
Yes.
never killed people before.
Wait, you cut out for me, Hasmira.
Blah, blah, blah. We never killed people before.
Uh,
I
okay.
I don't know. I I'm okay with killing monsters, spiders, undead, dragons, but I don't know. I just don't think I can stomach uh, killing people.
Hmm.
Well, there's nothing saying that we have to go in and kill people to get this. Like that's a escalation. We just got to get this stuff, so we don't necessarily have to kill anybody, right?
I know, but I have a feeling that like even if it won't be that scenario, it will probably be some other scenario. Like we I don't know. I just think that um I don't know. It's a feeling that I can't describe. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's very reasonable. Nobody's asking you to kill anybody.
I know, but those are bandits, and from what I know, they um, don't take a lot of prisoners. So it's either us or them, in my head. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's
Well,
much easier to kill than to in the battlefield. It's much easier to kill than to watch out for the enemy and not try to take his life. So
well, if you're uncomfortable with the morality of it, which I again think makes sense. Nobody like wants to set out to kill people here or anything, but I mean, there's nothing saying you have to go with us. If we could look for your room and see if we could find the thing and bring it back for you.
mm, now you see, I don't even I feel even more uncomfortable staying behind.
Ah,
So I am not one to shy away from from duties and promises, but I don't know, when the time comes, um, do not expect me to be at my best.
okay.
Thank you, thank you.
I have to ask you this.
Yes,
Can I trust you that you will stand next by me as we fight possibly these deadly enemies?
yes, but you expect me
No,
to kill
but
them?
I'm gonna
No.
ask you this right now. Can I expect you to stand by my side as my shield brothers would do in combat?
Um. Yes, I guess.
Because my life and the people's lives around you depend on your ability to stand and fight when the odds goes possibly against us. So, will you stand by my side and the side by your allies or friends, however you see them here, when the time might come where we need to defend for our lives? Or will you buckle and seek shelter somewhere else?
I do not. I I do not fear battle, Orc. I fear the possibility of it changing me. Because once you kill a man, you can never go back.
Well,
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
I think that At least as Tyr has always prayed, combat shall always be avoided, but if necessary, you should be able to fight and defend your brothers with you.
Have you not seen me in battle? I can handle myself and protect others.
Good. I haven't seen your... Well,
Yes, you have.
I have seen...
Cough, cough,
I was about to change that. Well, I saw you on that bridge. You fought next to me. You didn't buckle there.
No.
So I assume that you can handle yourself, at least if we are to fight more regular enemies. And I do hope that we do not have to fight them, that we can find a better alternative than that.
Yes. I hope so too.
Good. And I presume that works for everyone else too, doesn't it? Since
Yes.
my life and your life depends on each other, including me.
Yeah. I don't know. You like to talk about the Shield Brothers a lot. I don't know that you can fully count on a bunch of random people who were all trying to find a bunch of things that some bandits took to, like, I don't know what Shield Brothers are, but it sounds a little bit more regimented than whatever I would consider us to be. But yes, we're all gonna take care of each other out there and hopefully not kill any people. No one's trying to kill any people, and I think both sides can feel like we're gonna uh just just do our best.
See it as like this, Mick. Olaf wants to trust us. He extended the hand of brotherhood and trust. I, for one, like this, and I would feel ashamed if I do not extend the same trust as he put in us.
Yeah. No, I'm all for trust and brotherhood. It's just a little you come on a little strong sometimes.
Ah,
I'm sorry,
mind.
Mick.
No, it's totally fine. I want to have your back and make sure nothing kills you. I also don't want anything to kill me. These are both priorities.
To explain what I mean with it. Shield Brother is a sacred oath you swore with each other in the church or temple of Tyr, where you back each other up. It's a bond, a strong one, where you swear to defend each other's life to the death if you have to. It's a bond that is never broken, and when I say what I say, it is more meant to, well, you're not making the same vows as I have done, as everyone else has done. But I just want to know if you can stand by my side when I need you.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I got the vibe of it for sure. I could understand the connotations even if I didn't know the exact terminology. And yeah, I got your back. We'll be good. We'll do good.
Good.
Motivational speed. Natural one.
alrighty.
As he extends his hand, it's like almost like a fist bump in the middle of the table, so everyone can reach it. By the way,
I reach my right hand.
Yep.
The center as well.
Communal fist bump. I grab Chet's hand and also make him do it.
Tico is just there.
He can join in, and he lays his hand on top of everybody because he doesn't know what you're doing.
And so it shall be done. As he
shall
says.
be done.
Is our good friend anywhere here, Gideon? Or is he just vanished into somewhere else?
He's definitely around. But what are you looking for him? What do you want from him?
Gideon!
Hi!
Around for the table!
Which beer?
Ale! Not the strongest one!
Okay. Standard then. Boring as you are. And he starts filling up tankard with ale.
Good.
And a moment later, he comes and brings it to the table. That
I-
will be 6 gold then.
I hand him the 6 gold.
Great.
And this shall mark our bond today.
By the way, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. You guys do know, like, when the army is involved, it's not just your average group of bandits, right?
Yes, it's apparently more dangerous than. At least they said it was gonna be a lot more dangerous than usual.
It's mostly a numbers game more than a strength game.
Ooh. Are you suggesting a stealth approach?
That
Oh, I would suggest that to your commander, but probably they've already thought of that. What I'm meaning more is that you might want to prepare before you go in.
Prepare? Excellent idea, Gideon.
Gideon.
Excellent.
No,
Yes.
sorry, you go ahead, Asmer, if you need to say anything. I don't
No,
want to
that's it.
interrupt.
That's it. That's it.
Well, you've served other adventures, haven't you? Or at least been on a few.
I have traveled, yes.
Do you have any recommendations for a group like us?
Group like you, well, first of all, dry behind your ears, and then you should be a lot better. But that comes with experience, I guess. Well, overall, you guys are decently prepared, eh? I would say maybe get a couple of potions, buy some poisons for your weapons, and if you're keen on having or taking prisoners, maybe get nets and handcuffs and rope to tie whoever you knock unconscious up. Blunt weapons also tend to do the trick. Instead of maybe hitting people with like the sharp end of the blade, hit them with the flat side. But that tends to be a little less convenient. Other than that, if you have the funds for it, you could try getting a wand of cure wounds, or a scroll of cure wounds, or a couple of scrolls in that regard, and maybe a scroll of fireball might work. Then again, you're going into probably some kind of close quarters area, and you don't want to toast your own eyebrows off. But I will leave that up to you.
How much?
That's what I would do.
How much does these things regular go for then?
Potions from 50 to 250 gold, depending on what you need. Scroll of fireball. Now that's a bit different. Let me look it up. There we go. Control F. About 400 gold pieces, depending on where you get it.
And the wand of cure wounds. Since you mentioned it.
Oh, I said Control F.
Control delete.
Well, it has about 50 charges, so about 750 gold pieces.
750 gold pieces, okay.
Haha.
Any particular place?
The wand I would go to Morgana's. The scroll I would go to the Mages Guild. The potions, either Morgana's or any alchemist within the market district. Unless you want like high quality potions, then I would go Morgana's.
All right. Thank you very much for your wisdom, Gideon. It's greatly
Right.
appreciated, and we might live another day because of it.
Not a problem. Also, like getting any magic item that costs spells is generally good.
Yes.
Another round then.
Why not? As I chuck down the one.
You just see me just doing super small sips, and every time I take a sip, I'm just like, I have that a Chinese face.
Why?
Because I really hate alcohol.
Okay.
Okay.
Like
All right. Cool. What do you guys do?
We of course buy another one from Gideon since he came
Yeah,
up with a
yeah,
great
yeah.
idea.
He comes bring that another round. I'm not going to
Another round.
Another round.
Yes. Okay, and I hand him over another 6 gold, I guess.
Okay, great. You sit there for another hour as
Another
Castles
hour?
is.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
because Castles is sipping his beer, and like an ale, a tankard of ale is like half a liter of ale. So
Great. Olaf is done with it in like 10 minutes, while everyone is taking goddamn 2 hours.
At one point, I don't even finish. I don't. When I finish my ale,
Give
my
me a
first
sec.
ale, second ale, I don't even touch it.
Okay, fair enough. What do you want to do?
He went
Oh.
to do something.
Yeah.
So, Mick,
Yep.
how are you?
I'm good. It's been a pretty hectic past couple of week, but you know.
Yeah, true. Death, balls, demons, carnage. Um, you're not scared of me, right?
Should I be?
I don't know. You tell me, and I smile.
It hadn't occurred to me unless you give me a reason.
Uh, okay. I thought there would be some unpleasantries because I do um, resemble slightly to the demons that we fought.
Well,
Both red skin, so
but you were fighting alongside us, so
I
like
guess so. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what do you guys do next? As Matt is not here.
I
are we
ask
I'm
the
back.
party.
Sorry about that.
Excellent. I ask everyone, should we move out then?
Well, yes, just one more thing. You guys have any idea why it just so happens to be all the same? Like, we all have a vested interest in this. Seems rather convenient, if you ask me at least.
I think that the gods have a very twisted sense of fate.
Perhaps.
Definitely.
Although, again, it's a bit strange, but if that is the only explanation, I guess we should head out, or at least, I don't know. I guess this is not a week yet, so we need to wait another week, don't we have to, DM?
Technically, it's drawing close to the end of the week, so you
Oh,
can leave in
okay.
like a day.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, nice.
And what is the time outside? Like, is it dark? Is it...
Currently, it's like in the afternoon. It's basically the fourth day, and on the fifth day, you know that you can leave. So basically, tomorrow, the battalion is going to head out.
Okay, well, we should probably at least get signed up at the recruiter and then meet up tomorrow. I think that'll be a good idea.
did we need to get supplies like we were just talking about?
What is it?
Yeah.
Do we need to get supplies like we were just talking about?
I think that's also a pretty decent idea, although I'm not exactly have a lot of coin on me at the moment.
Yeah, I don't really either.
I kind of spent all of mine as well, and you see him scratch the back of his head.
Okay then.
Alright.
Well,
Maybe not then.
let's first see if we can at least buy a single healing potion.
I have a couple.
Well, I think at least the more we have, the better. Wouldn't you agree?
Let me just check. I put the backpack on my on my lap. Rumble, rumble, crumble, frumble, rumble. I have, and he puts 5 healing potions
Mhm.
on the table.
Besides, we also need sufficient rations for the journey we're about to embark on.
Okay,
That's a
let me
thing we should
see.
sort out too.
Let me see rations. I have 3 rations.
You'll at least at least 11 more.
11 more.
It's a 14-day journey. I don't think you're gonna stretch those rations out for 14 days.
That's true. That's true. Maybe the army will give me some.
No, I don't think you are gonna get something from the army, or at least we can ask them then if we have to, but I don't think.
Sure.
I don't think. Sorry.
Juicy, the DM just bullying my character. That's so nice. It's great, you know. Thank you, gods, by the way.
I have rope. I have a hempen rope. Yeah, or just a rope. I have some ink. Yeah, some ink. I have a small knife.
Yasa's just got his backpack upended on the table and he's just digging.
Yep. I have.
How's your situation looking like, Mick?
Well, I largely have things based around writing and my spellbook.
Okay.
That's
I guess you also need a bit of food if they aren't providing.
I don't carry food just in my backpack, but you're right. We should for the journey.
Well,
that doesn't seem useful. What you have?
Things for writing? It's super useful.
I don't know. When she wrote that improved report of mine, it seemed very nice. At least you could do that. I appreciate that.
I've specifically already been called upon to write something within the last couple of days.
Oh, that's nice.
And you didn't even get paid for it. The story of a writer. Boo!
Not the story of Nick, though. Canonically.
All right, then I think we should. Unless you guys have anything else to do, I think we should head up to the recruiter, ask if they provide the rations necessary for this journey, and well, afterwards we should probably think of buying at least a few things.
Yes,
yeah, get some road snacks.
Something like that, I'd say.
Get some trail mix.
Trail mix, candy bar.
Chips, yeah, some
better rope.
Funyuns.
Some Funyuns.
And marshmallows.
Did you say marshmallows?
Marshmallows.
All right, so you head out into the city to get rations and go to the.
We first go to the recruiter to ask whether or not we need rations.
Oh, smart man! You go to the recruitment office. You arrive there and you ask if you need to bring rations. The recruitment says, "No, of course not. We have an entire supply train going with us."
That's terrific. Now we can cross that out. Okay, great. Next thing.
Wait.
If you guys have any questions, this is the time to ask.
I asked the recruitment guy if he's got Funyuns and marshmallows.
Funyuns.
The recruitment man kind of furrows his brow and he looks at you. What are Funyuns and what are marshmallows?
Never mind. I should have known.
Can't believe they don't have marshmallows.
He shakes his head and just says, "Farmer people."
So wait, the rations aren't for us?
They are for us.
They are for us.
Excellent. You see, Olaf?
Well, you can have them if you sign up. That is. Otherwise, it's we're not a what's it called?
Charity.
A charity. Yeah.
We are going to sign up.
We are going to sign up. Don't worry.
Really? Well, I haven't gotten your names yet.
Well, you've gotten mine, haven't you, Olaf? Olaf Bjornfjell. Believe we spoke a bit today.
Well, I don't think I ever asked for your name, nor was it clear if you completely signed up or not. So, but yes, sure. And he writes down your name. He says, "Please fill out this form." How good is your legal text, Bjorn?
I don't know. As good as, I guess, the OK requirement to be in the, what is it called again?
Okay, I'll say you know the Merchants Guild and you've signed up for the Merchants Guild. So basically you sign this paper. But I'm going to say you don't really know what's in the contract. You're just signing it as standard practice.
Something like that, I guess, yeah.
And then the recruitment officer looks over to Mick. And your name, sir?
Micah Wainwright.
Michael Wainwright.
Micah. Yeah, that's fine. I can write it down for you.
That is fine. Wainwright in the WRAINWRIGHT.
Let's write that. If you want this to be legally binding in any capacity, how about I write that down for you?
All right. He hands you the document to
I want
fill in your name.
a document.
All right. You read through the document. Basically, you're signing a waiver that the army is not responsible for any wounds, deaths, or loss of limbs whatsoever during this mission.
Perfect. That tracks. I sign.
Cool. And you, sir. We don't get a lot of you in.
Greetings, my good man. Kostas Everbloom.
Ah, Mr. Everbloom. I've heard of you before.
May I ask how?
Most certainly. You've made an appearance with one of my buddies down in the lower district.
One of your buddies. What was his name?
I believe he's not one of your friends.
Ah. Just sorry. DM can I roll well, so I
Intelligence
actually
question
don't
mark.
know what he's like referring to. Like what person can I like roll something to maybe remember?
If you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, if
You,
okay.
you can't roll a check to basically go, fortune telling.
No, wait, but no. So this is this an instant where my character knows, but I don't know, or
No. Well, if you don't know, then your character doesn't know. I'm not going to help
Shit.
you here.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, don't know him, but oh well, it is what it is.
He writes down your name and he hands you the form as well. Please sign here.
All right.
Okay, you don't read the document.
Oh, can I understand it?
It's written in common, but it basically contains legal wording, and I don't know how good your legal text is, but basically it's like 5 paragraphs of explaining that basically the army is not going to compensate you for any damages suffered during this trip. You're merely a mercenary recruiting on its own volition.
Okay, I would like to ask him a couple questions.
Okay, what do you want to ask?
So, my good sir, so does this mean I can pillage, loot, murder, kill whatever I want except for the army? I may
Except for the army? How do you
do
mean?
as I please if well if it doesn't damage the army's chances of winning. Does that mean I can do whatever I want?
Depends on who is leading this raid. So you should ask the commander that. But in general, no. As long as it doesn't hinder the army's plans or harms the army in any sort of way, there shouldn't be any problem. Then again, if we cannot uh, assure you that if harm is caused by the army by accident, the commander doesn't seek repercussions.
All right. What about any pay?
The payment will be 500 gold for each returning member alive.
Each returning member alive. Interesting. All right. And how many members is that?
No, your group is 5 people, so I assume 5.
Oh, That's all right. All right.
If
That's
they're dead, they can't claim their money, sir.
excellent. Excellent. All right. All right. Um. All right. That's everything. And I write my name. Very fast, like and like very fancy. Pew. There you go.
Your name was already on the document, so you need a
Uh.
signature.
Fuck.
You have a fancy signature. Roll me a performance.
Okay. Okay, please. Lady Timora. Oh wait, I don't worship her. Never mind. Performance. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Decent enough.
I'll take it.
It's not your best signature ever, but good enough. All right.
Solid. We can say solid.
What do you guys do next?
Well, I guess I ask around about the mission. If there's any like
Roll me an
people around.
investigation and then tell me what you're trying to find out.
Okay. Eh, eh, eh. Investigation.
Investigation.
Wait.
Oh, that was a delicious pizza. That's intimidation, mate.
Oh my god. Ah! Sorry. The words investigation. There you go. Ah!
Okay, what are you trying to find out?
I am trying to find out as much information as I can that they will allow me, in the sense that the terrain, the people that we're about to encounter, the morale of the both sides. What else? What else? And like the general strategy of us going in.
You find nothing about the about the strategy. You don't find a whole lot of, well, basically you find no information or anybody who knows anything about the enemy you might be facing. You only find out rumors that basically um, there have been problems in the north, but the scale of problems has significantly increased over the last weeks. And about the terrain, well, it's in the north, so it's probably mountainy, hilly, and also foresty.
Can I ask why has the current why is this why is the situation escalating, in the sense that why are there more problems caused up there?
You don't get an answer to that. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. All right. Is that everything for me? That's it for me.
Well, you basically only find like 3 people who know something. Your investigation was shit.
I have a question.
Yes.
I was gone for like getting food.
Yeah.
What was spoken about regarding murder or killing people?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Hello.
Do you mean that he asked the army guy if it was like if we would be in trouble with what?
Investigation is generally, I take it as you ask anyone. So army guy was included, but his investigation was so low that basically army guy was like trying to figure out what he was what he was asking for.
Yeah, no, I'm answering that. I meant if that I was trying to clarify whether that's what he was asking, like if that's when he stepped away.
Well, it's just anybody. Just I will say he walked around town for an hour and asked random people as well. But you can ask army guy specific things if you wish to.
But that was my goal. Or didn't
Yeah.
I say it?
I know. I think we're just misunderstanding each other. That's fine.
Mhm.
Oh. Wait, I have a question. Who did I ask? I thought I asked the.
You asked random people and you asked a couple of questions to army guy, but you made it so vague what you wanted to do that I just assumed you're doing general investigation. That's what you did,
Right.
and that's why I made you roll investigation. If you wish to
That's fair.
ask things to the army guy like targeted, then just ask your questions. That's the difference between investigation and talking
Okay.
to a person.
Okay, that's fair.
So again, Kelsey, if you wish to
No,
ask things of the recruiter, then go ahead.
I didn't have a question. I was
Okay.
trying to clear up what Matt had just come back and asked, and I.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you meant. No, he asked what if anybody asked about anything, so about killings and stuff like that, and there was no reply.
Got it.
Nobody asked that. That's the point.
Oh wait, no one asked me. That was what you were trying to say.
Nobody has asked anything about killings.
I would like to ask about the legality of which.
Which legality? What are you exactly asking? Can you formulate the question in such a way that I actually can understand?
Yes, I will formulate a sentence that you actually can understand.
Okay,
I'm going
great.
to ask Army Man,
Yes.
like, say we were to fight these people, right?
Uh-huh.
There wouldn't be any legal consequences for doing so, or at least like being there and then say murdering a person, right? There, like, the laws of war kind of thingy, you know.
You're acting in the jurisdiction of Soldin, then thus the laws are upheld, which means that basically these people have committed crimes against the state of Solaria, and thus will be the army holds a right to be the judge, jury, and other thing.
And executioner.
If the commanding officer demands that there are taken as many prisoners as required, then that's the duty will be sent out with. If the commander is okay with everybody being murdered, that is also fine. It's up to the commander in question to determine what the engage of combat is. Generally speaking, in these cases, we don't get a whole lot of prisoners, depending on the size and depending on the commander.
Sounds a bit, that doesn't seem that just, does it? No man should hold so much power, right?
Does the killing of innocent people sound just to you?
No.
Does the raiding of homesteads sound just to you? Does the stealing of items and goods that supply families in villages and farms sounds just to you?
No, but I generally don't think that two wrongs makes one right.
Olaf, I don't know if getting into like a moral philosophy discussion with the like army recruiter man is going to be super helpful, my dude.
I would listen to your superior, the army recruiter said.
All right.
And
Then.
also, Olaf, if this is a 14-day journey, there's like a lot of time that we have to do moral philosophy, like around campfire or something, if we can find some marshmallows.
If we can find some marshmallows.
The recruiter looks significantly and more confused than the entire party.
All right, then. I just don't hope that we have to resort to a lot of unnecessary killing.
I just want to add, Matt, by the way, for your character specifically, the answer he has given is not that weird. In this world, it's quite common that bandits just get cleared out.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know, Juicy. I'm just referring to what I think is right.
Yeah, I know, but you're playing an NPC. Your real character.
That's it. That's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that I didn't know that to properly portray it as my character. That's
okay,
it.
Cool. I'll just say.
So basically, in this world, it's fine to like, oh, we go ahead and just murder them all. It's like, okay, that seems as
basically, it is like bandits aren't really smart upon. Your character could still be against it. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, the answer that you have received is just not striking you as odd as like overall bandit camps. Well, they do sometimes get taken prisoner, but most of the times, since adventurers are doing the work and adventurers are small groups of people, they tend to clear the bandit camp out completely.
Okay. Well, that's important, and that I didn't know. Okay. Last question then to the DM.
Yes.
Is it's more like. So I guess this is seen as just because what is important for me to play Olaf is what you would generally perceive in this world as just actions.
Well, that's the fun thing about this world and the campaign setting that I have run. It's literally up for you to decide for yourself. There are different people with different beliefs in this world, but the general
I'm looking for here. Like, what would
there's a debate on it whether it's just, but basically it's the easiest way to do it. That's the reason why they aren't really against it. You need to, if you're going to take the bandits prisoner, this is the reason why they do it. If they're going to take every bandit prisoner, they need to haul them across the lands to basically get them in front of a court, or at least something similar, if they even have courts. I've never thought about that. I don't have entire judicial system set up. But imagine it like this. The bandits are like, maybe let's say that a small bandit camp which gets cleared by adventurers who are somewhat skilled contains like 10 to 20 bandits. Yeah. Imagine that group needs to like haul these 20 prisoners across the lands. That's not going to be convenient. In this current form, this situation you're finding yourself in, you are going to be part of an army regiment or battalion, however you wish to see it. How big do you think the bandit camp is? And do you think they are going through all the trouble to haul all the prisoners back, like for 2 weeks along? Because they need to provide them with food and rations as well along the journey.
I mean,
That's
sure.
the sole. That's the sole reason why basically killing bandits isn't a big issue, because it's a logistical problem rather than a judicial problem.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Well, then I guess the jury is the logistics, and it is called for the execution of every man, woman, and child. No, I'm just joking. Okay, that's it. Thank you for the answer you've given me, and that was mainly it.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody? more complicated questions about the world
Wasn't
or
mentioning
not?
Hello, Juicy. I'd like to know the inflation of Solus. Can you
Oh.
please explain
Economy
me
of
to
the
me?
bandits in the world. Anyway, that's everything from me.
Kelty, go ahead.
Can I roll an investigation check to see if I can find anything approximating chips in one of the stores so that I could bring some chips with me on the road?
Sure, go ahead.
Great. I'm just feeling left out of rolling, so.
Man,
Ah,
Kelsey,
I see.
Kelsey knows where real priorities are at this point. It's like,
Roll a nat
oh
20.
my god.
Oh, the check wasn't even that high. You literally go to the first, not even food store. You just go to the first thing you find. You asked if they have something like chips, or like they say, "What are chips?" You start explaining it to them, and you explain like if you like cut up a potato and put that in boiling oil, it will fry, and that's what's called chips. And the man looks at you and he's like, "That seems an odd thing to do with potato, but sure." And he tells you to wait about 15 minutes, and he comes back with a plate full of chips, and he says, "Well, I've never had this before. I guess some salt would go nicely with it, and well, suit your needs." That will be 5 copper pieces.
Yeah, I give him 5 copper, and I'm like, I'm telling you, put some salt on these babies, and like like the tip, you're like selling them, that's free. You get that for free, and they're gonna be a sensation.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, in that case, these ones are on the house." And he leaves the 5 copper pieces on the counter, and he proceeds to walk up to the sign up front, and he says, "Now have now new thing chips."
Okay, perfect. What's I want to write I want to come back and check on this guy. I'm sure you don't have a name for this guy, but I want to come back and check on this guy when we're back in town because I want to see how his business is doing.
I will make a note of that. Give us a second. Aaron, Soldin, Aaron, name, Kelsey. 841 Yep. Okay, we'll create a tavern. No problem.
Excellent. You're the best.
No problem.
That's it. That's all I got.
That is
okay.
amazing.
Where do you guys go?
Well, we at least Olaf would like to go somewhere, but I'd like to hear everyone else first.
Okay. Habanero?
What is the question? What are we doing? Or
Yeah, that's basically the question. What are you doing next? You've signed up. Is there anything else you would like to do?
well, I guess we're not moving immediately, so there's some downtime.
Yeah, you have 1 day to do stuff.
Well, if our business is finished here with the recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
we're gathering some info, I would like to go around town and try to buy some, I guess, a better rope and maybe uh, uh, maybe some oil. You
What
never
kind
know.
of oil?
Some slippery oil. Wait, what?
Okay. Yeah.
Some slippery stuff. Some oil. Maybe a rope. Um. Bandages, maybe like a medipack.
Yeah. And a first aid kit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, okay, those are standard things. You can get them. If you want stronger rope specifically, you need to buy silk rope, and that's slightly more expensive. And by slightly, I mean a huge price gap.
Oh, well, I don't know. I have 160 gold. I don't know if I can buy anything from that.
Give me a second. I will look it up for you right now.
Thank you.
So silk rope is 10 gold pieces, and I believe a normal rope is either 5 silver or less, or slightly more.
That normal rope is better than the rope I currently have, right?
Yeah, a hempen rope is like it's harder to break a silk rope. There's a break DC of 25, and it has more hit points. So basically, if somebody wants to cut it, they need to hit it harder. That's the idea between the difference in the ropes.
Yeah, I want the normal rope, the 5 silver one.
It's 1 gold piece. So basically, it's
Oh.
it is a bit of a price. Like I said, it's a pretty bit of a
Okay.
price game. So
Sure. I'll take that.
Oh,
okay,
I'm gonna put some regular rope too because I don't have any. I didn't start with any.
simple gold piece.
Yep.
And the other stuff, first aid kit, just go to the PHB. And for I think for oil, you just buy a flask of oil. And if grease is more cheaper, then get a flask of grease.
Okay,
And in terms of questions, if you buy a flask of grease, I will set the range indication to 10 feet.
Okay.
And it functions like the spell grease, but the range is just way shorter. That's the big
Okay.
difference.
I'll buy all that. I'm also gonna be right back, so I'll make sure to buy
Roger,
it
Roger.
and subtract the gold and everything.
Wee wee.
Be right back. Be right back.
Kelsey, rope and
I don't know that there's anything else in specific that I need. I also don't know that there's anything that Mick would know what to prepare about, so that also kind of just fits.
fair enough. Then, if anything comes to mind, just feel free to let me know. Then we go back to Mr. Olaf. Olaf, preparations, yes, please, or anything else you wish to do.
Yes, well, in this case, if Mick doesn't know, Olaf would gladly help her find something that could maybe help her out, since he, I guess, has a bit more experience regarding mundane tools and what you need to prepare before journey. But, like, other than that, Olaf would probably go up and buy a simple healing potion. If I recall, we use standard healing potion prices, don't we?
Yeah, standard healing potion prices, and so 50 gold pieces for
That'll be
standard.
50.
And then,
Yeah, that'll be 50.
yeah. And anything else?
No, that was it. Of course, Mick, if you want to get anything, of course you can ask Olaf, and well, I guess that's good enough character excuse to get something very nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is there anything in specific that you feel like we are missing? That I have 15 gold, so like it's not like I can.
Oh, yeah, one healer's kit. Healer's kit is so good. That would Olaf would say that is like healer's kit on everyone. Best.
It should be also in the homebrew section.
Yes, there's the 1d6, correct.
Yeah. Just so that this is the reason why basically in my games they like healer's kit, because healer's kit are allowed to heal a person one time for 1d6 outside of combat once per short rest. So it's basically like to keep the party afloat without having to resort to healing potions immediately.
This is where I'm realizing that my I don't. If you have a campaign on D&D Beyond, I am not in it. I made this in my own thing.
I don't, and
okay, then it's not possible for me to use your home in D&D Beyond. But I will.
I will talk to Red and see if I can set shit up. We'll be fine.
Okay, that's cool. Or I can make it in my own homebrew and then add it into my campaign. That's what I have to do with the cantrip that I got. So
fair enough. Pigeon's Post. It should be on D&D Beyond. I literally created the spell there.
Right. It is. I just have to copy paste it and it because I can't use your homebrew because I don't pay for D&D Beyond. I am gonna go and talk to Lissiandra before we leave.
Fair enough. You take you make a little trip to the Mages Guild. You literally go back to the upper district because you haven't learned that you can access the Mages Guild from other points yet. Okay, you make your way there. You walk up to the front desk. Gwyndilian looks at you and he just nods. He just recognizes you and just assumes that you're going your way.
Yeah.
You walk up to her office. The door is closed.
Oh. All right, I'll knock on it.
All right. Yes.
It's Nick. We're leaving tomorrow, and I just wanted to check in with you before I did. If you're busy, that's fine.
No, no, no. Come in. Tell me what troubles you.
I come inside the door.
Yeah.
Well, not troubles necessarily. Just starting to. I don't know. I guess I was just kind of. I don't know that I was. This is gonna sound really stupid when I say it out loud, because you've been here for like a long time, but you were new here once too, and I guess I was just kind of not really thinking about this as like real life. Like the other guys are asking, like, are we gonna kill people, and like what stuff do we need to like, and it's just all seems a lot more serious than because I was kind of just thinking of it like a book, I guess.
You kind of ramble a bit, and she says, calm down there, Mick." And you see like five. Now that you pay attention, you see like 5 books floating around her, which she is, and also 2 extra sets of glasses who are scanning through the books. I'm sorry, you are not familiar with going out defeating bandits or battling bandits, or let's put it blankly, killing humans.
Uh, yeah, you could say that's that's unfamiliar is putting it lightly. It's not exactly like a common pastime where I'm from.
Ah, I see we come from very different places then. So, what exactly do you require my help with? Do you want some mind-altering spell that helps you to overcome some
No, that
hesitation?
really problematic. No, it wasn't even. Um, I don't even know that I had some specific thing that I expected you to do. I just wanted to talk to somebody about it, I guess, and I don't know who I could talk to here. You said that the others were. Did you say that the others in my group were also not from here? Because I'm pretty
Oh,
sure Olaf has talked about like worshiping Tyr for or like been him and his shield brothers for like 10 years. So it feels like he's been here for a while.
I mean, I haven't asked them yet, but seeing again your handwriting and basically, which I appreciate a lot, you're being very open and honest to me to your heritage. Um, I would assume that they are also not from here. But then again, Olaf is kind of new to their group.
Oh, okay.
There used to be another guy, I think a kobold. I don't remember his name, but he used to be with them. Maybe he might be from not from here, but then again, that wouldn't explain the orc.
Yeah, and it's just it's confusing anyway because like I still just look like myself, but Chet looks different, and I wouldn't, if everybody's from. I guess maybe everybody wouldn't be from Earth. They could be from other places for all I know, where they have like people with horns and like people with whatever Tiquin's got going on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling.
Not at all. It's fine. I mean, how did you enter the world? Because I just got teleported in here. That might help to talk about.
Yeah, that was pretty much I as far as I know, I was just doing a normal day, and then I just like was landing on Gideon's whiskey, and then he was yelling at me about it. And it happened before I really had much time to think about what was happening, and it didn't seem real at first. And I thought it had to do with my books. Like it was some kind of a, like some kind of a stunt or like a publicity type of
So
thing.
you landed in Gideon's tavern.
Yeah.
That's already different from where I entered the world.
Oh,
I entered the world from the Roaring Mountains.
that sounds way cooler.
Yeah, until you find discover the inhabitants of the Roaring Mountains. They're a unique type, so to speak. I believe Olaf has met one of them.
Is it something that roars? Is that why it's called that?
I don't know if they exist in your world, but do dragons ring a bell with you?
Yeah, no, I do know what dragons are. They don't have them in my world, but I have them in my book. Yikes.
Well, they're not cruel. Well, at least not in that part, which is what kind of surprising. But they're finicky people, speaking riddles and old language.
Huh. And you could understand the language?
I speak all languages.
But you did when you came here?
Yes.
Wow. Do I speak all languages?
She says something. Do you speak Celestial?
I don't know.
All right.
No,
Do you speak Draconic? Because she proceeds to switch tongues.
right. Yeah, no, I speak common Elvish halfling, so
Okay, cool. Eventually, she reaches Elfish, and you can understand that, but all the others, you're like, I have no fucking clue what you're saying.
don't
Basically, she stops at Elfish, which is pretty early on, and she just goes, I don't think you understand all the languages.
I don't think I understand all the languages. Do you think there's like something really cool that I can do that you can't do that I just like haven't discovered yet, and maybe I'll find out on our adventure? That sounded cooler in my head and stupider when I said it out loud.
Apparently, you're immune to time stop, or at
What?
least a significant time freeze, which I am not, which is a quite convenient thing to have versus some dragons.
That's true.
But in other cases, I wouldn't know. And I think you're in terms of skill, you're far behind me. But then again, you don't know a whole lot about my past life, and I brought a lot of my experience and knowledge from my past life in here. Also, out of curiosity, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Ah, quite young then. You haven't been around for as long as I have, so let's just call it
That's
a
probably
difference in experience.
yeah. That makes sense. I just
But
realized when you asked me how old I was, I just realized that I don't know how birthdays are going to work here because like the months have got to be different. Of course the months are different. I just hadn't thought about it until right this second. How many months are in how many days are in what tell me what the calendar is like.
he starts to explain it, and basically it comes down to the same system as they use on Earth. So around 365 days, about 12 months, there are 4 seasons. A day lasts 24 hours, but there is one real big difference, and that is that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Or is it the other way around? Anyway, it's in the rises in the west and sets in the east.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have definitely noticed that already. I backwards sun. But or well, I guess I think I had north south oriented incorrectly because I assumed that the sun was the same, or I didn't think about it. But I don't know.
You haven't really paid attention to it so far, so
I don't know, DM. What is the angle of the planet at this point with corresponding to all the other celestial bodies
that
in the
would be an
world?
interesting question, but there is no answer to that. As
Um,
in, like, there is no character in the world that can answer it.
right. Yeah. Well, it's like every time I just have a conversation with somebody, then it's like 50% of the time it'll trigger me thinking about something that I realize I don't know, like just now with the calendar, and it's like hard to pretend that I know what I'm talking about.
You could
But
ask yourself, and you ponder these things, whether it's important or if it affects how you treat in this world. If the days feel the same, or at least the passing of time feels the same to you as it does in the world where you come from, I don't think that affects you that much.
yeah,
Now, you could
true.
ask the question if the aging you do here affects the aging in your other world, and that's a very difficult question to answer. Have you ever traveled across dimensions?
Um, not personally, but I saw a movie about it once.
A movie?
Never mind.
Okay, but let me explain it to you very vaguely. There is this ring world from the universe that I am from. What is technically also in a different dimension? It's kind of cool, also kind of painful to go there because the Lady of Pain houses there. Don't ask. the evil deity and weird cult its followers. Anyway, time travel is slower there than to my own world. So basically, I am way older than you might think.
Yeah. Okay. That is pretty mind-blowing. It doesn't feel like not explaining the Lady of Pain and the ring world of time dimensional fuckery is quite equivalent to not explaining what movies are, but you could say that we're in approximately the same boat. Anyway, I should probably get back to my party and get ready for us to leave. I guess I was just really struck by how much I don't know and how much I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, and I don't know, you're like the first friend that I have here, so I came here.
So you have no clue what are you getting yourself into now that you're on the topic?
We're trying to, I'm trying to find the scepter that you told me about.
Yes.
But then there's like a whole bunch of other things that are stolen, I guess. The hilt of the hammer of Tyr, and something that was stolen from the druids, and something that Castos is being dodgy about in a room that he knows about for some reason. But it's
I'm
fine.
sorry, the tiefling is being dodgy about what?
He knows that he needs something from a room that is in a box, but he won't tell us what it is. But that's, people are entitled to their privacy.
It's fair, but has he told you why he's searching for this?
No.
That might be a thing you need to ask. Also, I would keep an eye out on him.
Oh.
Regardless, since you bring up the topic, can I have another flip through that spell book?
Yeah, I hand it to her.
Okay, I need to open your character sheet. Give me a second.
Oh,
Where are you? Where is Mick? Oh, you. Scroll up.
Do you need a link?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Unless it's this, and then I found it by accident.
Oops. Nope. Hang on. Sorry.
That's pitch and post. Also close. No, I found it. Great. Spells. Aha, that's upcasting. Great. Okay. Do you know how many spells you can cast within a day?
I didn't really count on the day that because I didn't know to count when we were fighting the monsters and everything, the barley monster and the tree. And then at the end of the day, I was so tired that all I could do was just cast the same thing over and over again. That's a lot of saying no.
She sighs and she flicks her hand, and the books and the glasses go down for a sec. Let me focus on this. And she starts to finger over all the books that are in her shelves. And she casts Mage Hand, and she picks up a couple of scrolls. And then she says, well, this was actually going to be your reward if you brought me back the item, but I guess I will do it now. She taps she flicks her finger against the crystal that's resting hovering above your shoulder. She says, well, that should at least allow you to cast a second level spell extra per day. And then she gives you 2 scrolls, one of what's it called? Scorching rays, and one of burning hands.
Thank you. I'm like opening them and like looking at them. Do you think I could, if I wrote these in my book, like, so I could keep it all in one place?
You can definitely do that, but that would consume the scroll as well, and then you wouldn't have it available if you cast your spells. So I would advise you to keep these as an emergency if you need them.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
And if you wish to learn more spells, then feel free to come by when you're around again. And we can arrange something.
Okay.
My library of spells is quite big.
Yeah.
And if you wish to create something unique in your little writing, I could help you with thinking about something unique. Basically, she's offering to basically create a spell you think of something that hasn't been thought of before.
Yeah. That sounds really cool. Thank you. I really appreciate your time, and wisdom and spells and everything.
No problem. Oh, if you meet the commander, by the way, tell her I said hi.
Okay. Hi to the commander. Got it.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't think so. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. And have a nice day then. And she flicks her hand again. The books go up again. The glasses go up again, and she proceeds to sit down and start reading the book again. And she kind of waves you off out of the office.
I'll be back with us after. And
Please do.
yep. I go back to the others.
All right, great. They're waiting for you outside of the Mages Guild.
Oh, I thought we were waiting inside at the comfy, what's it called again, sofa that we've been accustomed
Also
to at
fine.
this point.
Also
the
fine.
unreadable text.
So what's happening? Because someone give me a short TLDR.
Oh, basically, Mick went in to talk to Lady Lissiandra. They had a nice talk. She got some stuff from her, and we were just waiting outside.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. I don't know. I think that's it. It's like
Yep.
I mean, I guess Olaf would go and hold his prayer at the church. Not going to bother Gron, of course, since he probably has a lot of stuff to do.
He's doing cleric stuff, yes.
Cleric stuff. And Olaf would just sit there and like spend some time just praying to Tyr at that point. Of course, you guys don't have to follow this. It's more like a personal thing for him. And then just head back to the tavern. That's like it.
Okay. Asamara, you have nothing to do anymore, right?
No.
Okay,
No.
cool. Then we just fast forward to the next day. You go down to the main gate of the city. You had a little bit down the path as you were instructed to do. And in the distance, you see a group of about 50 men wearing different types of armor, standing around. And there is also a small group of people who look like you, dressed in leather and basically a less specific setup gear than the rest of you. What do you guys do?
Well, we were told that we were supposed to meet at the barracks, if I'm not mistaken, but I can double check again.
Yeah, you're basically there.
Yeah, and basically told to wait there, and if there's a person who looks knowledgeable, or like a person who looks, I don't know, dressed like he knows things, like not necessarily the commander here, we're just talking about someone that's in the army, we should probably head over and ask where we're supposed to be, and like how the journey is gonna go. You know, practical information.
You see a group of about 50 men who basically are wearing leather armor, studded leather, chainmail, half plate, and a couple who were full plate.
Yeah.
And there's also, specifically the ones who are full plate are also on horseback.
Okay. Is there any person in like military attire that we could go over to and talk, other than these well-armed people?
I don't know what you're expecting of military attire, but that's generally what the military would wear.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if this was a bunch of adventurers or this was a bunch of military people, so that's what I want to know. Okay.
No.
So I guess we go over to one of these people, and I mean, unless they're, I don't know, mid-formation and doing salutes and whatnot, I guess we'll just grab the attention of one of them if they're cool then.
They're definitely standing in formation. There's also a group of around 20 people who's not standing in formation and kind of lollygagging about.
Oh, that's definitely the group that we probably should hang over to.
Yeah, that's the group of adventurers, though.
Yeah, but we're
Okay.
kind of adventurous too, you know. I was just trying to find out where people were. It's like,
just for the record, Matt, I've given the same description twice now, but okay.
I just didn't catch it the first time then. Okay.
Great.
Well, we go.
Okay.
I guess Olaf would go over to the people lollygagging a bit.
Okay, cool. You head over to the group. There is not anything happening in particular yet. A couple of men in the group just kind of nod as you walk towards them.
Let's just go over to one of them. It's like, you know where we're supposed to go, or like how we're supposed to get information. Hello?
Hello?
I think Juicy died. Oh, he did.
Hello?
He just dropped.
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it. Throat. I don't know. Juicy is dead.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Juice?
You somewhat died.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's lagging.
Somewhat
Don't
lagging.
worry, Juice. I shall run the session.
Guys, you all get 5 magic items which you can choose freely from and 5 million gold. Oh,
Juice? Think we can hear you.
yeah, we can.
Nope.
Apparently not then. Okay.
Well, he's currently muted and deafened, so.
Healers get 5 gold pieces.
Hello?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, so
Uh,
now I can't hear you guys. I don't know what's going on. Ah!
Ah! Reported, honestly. I don't have a healer's kit. Wow. Good thing I have one. Now.
Asmero?
Hello? That's me?
For fuck's sake.
Hello? That's me? Hello?
Man.
Why you bullying me?
Why are you bullying me?
If we all sit in silence for too long, are we going to make him think he can't hear us? Or actually
Could actually happen.
Good. It's a good possibility.
we could gaslight him into thinking. that-
Yes, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no. That was
Sure.
loud. Did I hear that through your microphone, Masamero?
Yeah.
I could.
No, that was
Might
Kelsey.
have been mine.
Oh, I think that's from you, Kelsey.
Oh, sorry.
I think I fixed it now. I can hear you guys again.
Hello.
Hello, Fix.
Hello.
Great.
Hello, Fix.
While you were gone, we won the game.
Yes,
Okay.
we single-handedly defeated the BBG.
Yay!
We
Good
got all
job.
the magic items we ever wanted, all the spells we ever wanted, and we were so happy, and we lived to our days end being all content and happy. And for those who want to get home, we all got home safely, and no metal scars or whatever to speak of, because we never had to murder people.
Well, in that case, I hope you enjoyed this campaign,
Yeah.
and
And
I'll
see
see
you
you all
guys
guys next week.
in
Next
season
week
2.
for the World of Warcraft campaign.
Woohoo!
See you guys.
Regardless, you were saying
Yeah,
that.
I go over and it's like, hey, if I'm not disturbing, you wouldn't know who to talk, who I should talk to, or where we're supposed to stand and all that. Well, at least they haven't really been upfront regarding the whole practical information. Like, well, more like standing, like how we're supposed to move throughout the forest, all that stuff. So you wouldn't know, would you?
A burly man turns around and he says, what? You guys are part of the raid party? And he laughs at you.
Oh my god. Don't
Oh,
fucking
got a ball. Excellent.
don't tell me this is Brutus or something that we met way back.
Huh?
Brutus. Remember the guy from the Adventurers Guild that we met that was also a complete
Why-
asshole?
why,
Is this
of
the
course,
guy?
Why, of course it's Brutus.
I remember. Okay, sorry. Oh, Olaf hasn't met this guy yet. I was just wanting to know as a player. Okay, well, it seems that you're not very upfront either. Are we gonna, like, I guess us adventurers, mercenaries, are we gonna call it? We're supposed to stand here, aren't we?
Well, yeah, I think you guys should stand at the back where you might not get instantly killed.
This guy.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
You're
I'm
right,
a-
actually, but he seems awfully cocky. I don't know, how
Well-
tall is he actually?
He's about 2 meters 10.
2 meters 10, so he's like a solid 10 centimeters over Olaf. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
fucking tall person, I tell you.
It's a Goliath. What else did you expect?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Well, I don't know. Seems like an okay idea. Stay in the back, to be honest. I
Yeah,
guess
and
you're-
don't get in my way. As a matter of fact, don't get in anybody's way. Anything else?
I'm just taking in the words and like almost tasting them. I was like,
Salty words.
sure. I guess I won't get anyone's way. But
Good. More loot for us.
at least you can shield me from the arrows by the large shadow you're casting above me, if that were to ever happen. Olaf is gonna die now.
Brutus frowns. He says, "You fucking what, mate?"
Scottish too.
Are you saying that Brutus would take an arrow for you, for the likes, the puny, wimpy likes of you, a mere orc?
A mere orc. A mere orc.
Me or
It's
You
orc.
heard me, you orc.
Okay. I'm actually not quite sure how Olaf would react to this. Would you react in a rather calm measure or a very annoyed measure? That's a good question. You know what?
both.
It goes on.
I would-
Orcus Morcus.
I'll keep those words in your mouth as I was you, speaking to...
Okay. Okay, Dorcas.
It'll be a pleasure meeting you after combat, at least. If you make it out alive, that is. I sure hope your body's got your back.
Monsieur, you mean if we drag your corpse back to Soldin? Sure, it would be nice to meet you.
Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to carry your corpse to the back to Soldin, looking at how heavy you might be.
There won't be a lot of dragging my corpse if you're already sulking, drowning in your own pool of blood.
All right, boys. I don't think that this is accomplishing anything. Thank you
The
for
only
your
true-
very helpful advice, sir. Olaf, let's go over here. I'm like pushing him.
He's like very stern, but getting like slowly pushed in the direction. It's like,
Come on, let's go.
I
Let's
wish
go.
you the best of luck as he gets pushed in the direction.
Olaf spits in your direction. but
Olaf
at
spits
that
in my
moment-
direction.
Olaf Brutus spits in your direction, sorry.
I spit in his direction. I spit at
Oh.
you.
In that case, you may roll fucking initiative, mate.
What? Oh my god! I did not expect this outcome so quickly. Oh my god! Okay then, if you so desire to, let me quickly just update everything. Give me a sec.
Is this just the two of them?
I don't know. It just so happened.
This is just the two of them, but sure. You may also roll initiative. It will completely screw over all the rolls I did before this session.
No, that's okay.
Oh my
I'll go.
god! I did not expect initiative so quickly.
I'm just watching at a distance. I'm not even
Yeah,
here.
I don't want to get involved in this.
Yeah, that
Or
works.
just I get my hands clapped by a fucking level 20, I don't know, fighter or something.
This is how Olaf dies.
This is how Olaf dies. I don't know. Oof.
Luckily, you have the upper hand, so that means you have time to react. So no fucking surprise clobbering to your face.
So I just see him, he's like making the like.
Oh,
I guess I can discern he's trying to attack me.
He's charging at you.
I need to ask, this is very important. Is he drawing weapons? That's very important to know. Or is he like.
Not yet, but there is you definitely see quite a big sword strapped to his back.
Well, I have my great axe or Gleipnir strapped to my back, so I presume he's not yet gonna do that, so I'm definitely not gonna strike swords either. I will, in this case, since he's the one attacking me, I'm gonna, okay, if you're so much asking for it, and he rages, and he also goes in to attack, and I'm gonna get my ass clopped right now, but at least we'll see how it goes. Oh god, I need to make an unarmed strike. Give me a sec. I need to quickly make it. Just give me a minute, quickly. It's oh right, it's just my strength score. I almost forgot. Good. Okay, I have made it now. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Does a 25 hit? I recklessly attack, by the way, because that's like what I always do.
Yeah, it does.
That does the this shit.
8.
8
Okay.
damage.
Let me get a notepad out because I'm just doing this as quickly as I can. There we go. So that puts him at cool. He proceeds to strike at you. I'm just going to do it like this. So
That
he
hits.
hits you.
Wait, no, that doesn't hit me. Sorry, I was looking at the end result.
No.
That
Wait a
misses.
second. He hits you for an 11 and a 17.
Oh, 17 hits.
All right. Yeah, there we go. He hits you for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Wait, is he using a weapon?
Oh no, he is not.
Wait, he's using unarmed strikes. What the fuck is
Yes,
this?
he is.
That's some painful fucking unarmed strikes. What is this?
And then you may proceed to roll an opposed athletics check.
Holy shit, this guy does hurt. Okay, give me a sec though.
This shouldn't be that hard.
Athletics, I have advantage on those because I'm raging, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just going to put myself on GM rolls because that's more fun for me.
I have advantage on that, so that's a 24.
No, right. He tries to tackle you, but you manage to basically take the body slam that is coming into you.
So it's two great bodies slamming together.
So it's your turn.
Great, I hit him again. Do I recklessly attack or? Yeah, fuck it. I think that's gonna be fun. You know what? Let's just do that. Recklessly attack.
Okay.
I hit for 22, hopefully.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, let's do some damage.
All right, great. He then proceeds to attack. Well, first you may roll an opposed athletics again.
That's a 7. Oof.
Oof. In that case, you are grappled, mate.
Okay.
And then you may do it again.
That's a 20.
Okay, so you're now slammed on the ground. You're prone. He's sitting on you, and he's starting to hammer away at your face, which is his last thing with advantage. So that would be a
8,
23
7.
to hit,
Yeah.
and that is a RD6 plus 4. 9 damage. And he proceeds to hit you in the face. You're prone, so you're restrained. You're on the floor. Good luck.
Okay, I'm prone. That's important to know. You know what? I keep fucking hitting him then. Recklessly attack.
Okay.
You're like slapping backward with your hands.
I'm basically kicking him in the fucking head, or like with my hands.
Oh,
Laughing
Trust
back
me.
is so funny.
What's up?
Basically, what's happening is the Goliath is basically sitting on top of Olaf, and he's literally clobbering him in the face with his fists right now.
I'm like, hey, all right,
Does 15 hit?
this feels unnecessary.
Sadly. Oops. Yes, that is my turn.
You fucking what? You're fucking sorry, mate. And he proceeds to roll 3 attacks in a row.
3 attacks in a row? This dude.
Can I do something?
Oh, wait, 6 attacks in a row. Or
No,
3?
because he recklessly attacked, and so I get advantage.
Oh, GG, Olaf is dead.
Can I
Yeah. Go ahead.
can I just like do the cantrip message into his mind and try to sound like a different voice, like somebody official, and say like hey everybody gather around, we're getting started,
It's clobbering time.
or something to make him think that he heard, to distract him or to make him think
Sure.
that
What
he's
does a commanding voice sound like to make?
well. I could
You need to think about this one, by the way. You have some character and player info about what you choose your next words carefully. I would say, think before you speak.
Sorry, are you asking me something that you're directly
You have gotten the a direct reference as to the voice you might wish to pick, or a sound, basically a sound of a voice you might wish to pick, as to make it more convincing. And if you pick correctly, I will give you advantage on your next deception roll. And if you pick incorrectly, you may roll a normal deception.
okay. I'm not sure whatever it is that you're referencing.
Aw.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just
Okay, let me give you a 50-50 for advantage. Are you going for a male voice or a female voice?
I feel like Mick was just trying to
Oh, I know, but I kind of want to. It's kind of like a fun thing.
okay. Well, I don't remember who the I don't remember what the commander was supposed to be. I just remember that.
All right.
Oh.
And
In that case,
I don't think Mick is gonna try to imitate anyone's voice in particular, because we haven't met, and I don't think Mick met any of these army people other than the recruiter. So he's just trying to make his voice sound deeper.
Okay, in that case, I will go for a male voice, and in that case, you may roll a normal deception. Meanwhile, you're getting clobbered.
I'm getting clobbered, yes.
19, 18, 18.
I think all those hits, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to look a little bit crazy, but it's basically all the damage rolls in one spat. 22.
Okay.
Okay, let's go, boys. Woohoo! Okay.
Deception 12. Insight. Is that an intelligence or a wisdom, guys?
That's a wisdom.
Thank you. Great! The Goliath looks up and around, huh? And he then proceeds to look at Mick, and Mick just looks around, not paying attention. And the Goliath immediately stands up, stops punching Olaf, and simply salutes. Olaf, your turn.
I used this opportunity to get the fuck out.
Okay.
You know what? This is kind of random.
What do you do?
That's a very good question. Fuck.
Do a choke.
Oh fuck no, not that. It's like I need to think. What would Olaf do in this situation? Like this dude
You would choke
obviously
him.
stopped. Like this dude obviously stopped, right? And do I see he's just saluting?
You may roll a perception. No, you may roll an insight with disadvantage.
Wait, I don't see him saluting. Okay.
No, you're currently raging. You're just got
Oh.
your face clobbered in, so you may roll an insight with disadvantage.
I'll roll an insight with disadvantage, so that's a fat 10.
All right, cool. You want to smack him really, 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 really,
Oh
really,
my
really hard.
god, you're making me do this. I was asking what he was doing. I wasn't asking what Olaf would do.
I know what we're going for. What would Olaf do?
Fine. You're making me do this. I'll do this, and I'll get my face shattered because the DM told me to do that. So I'll go ahead and do it anyways. Fine. Okay. Olaf wants to punch his face now, so I guess we'll do that. I don't know. I think no, I should not do that. That's a dumb idea. Let me just smash his face in. With my... He hasn't ever drawn weapons, so I should never do that either. So let me just hit him again. And hit him from behind. And since he's distracted, I presume I can perhaps get advantage, can I not?
You have a free advantage. You don't have to hit him from behind.
Okay. Well, I'll hit him from behind anyways for thematics purposes. 23. I hope that hits.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. Okay.
Bang!
Cool. At that point that you knock him in the side of your bed, knock it off, man! You see behind Mick a person on a horse wearing bright, white, shining white armor, full plated.
Oh my
There's
god!
a great sword on their back, and there's like 2 sets of adornments that looks a bit like angelic wings coming on out of the back of the armor. Armor.
Knock it off, man. Wait, did you say that?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, well, hearing such an intimidating voice, it's like, oh shit. Let's just say that Olaf stops his rage for now.
Would he? Would he? Though?
Yeah, he would. Olaf is not some bumbling idiot. He knows when some authority comes behind. So, I guess that...
Save that shit for the bandits. Get in line and follow the rest of the platoon. And as you guys stop paying attention to like the Goliath, and the Goliath is, although you clobbered him in the back of the head, he kind of rubs the back of his head and he proceeds to walk off already. You guys look ahead and the battalion has started marching. The other adventurers have started marching. And the guy on the horse, or at least the guy on the horse, it doesn't take you a whole lot, but this guy's clearly the commander of this battalion.
I have a question. For the sake of Olaf's dignity, does the other dude look like he also got his face smashed in?
Not even in the slightest.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Damn it! Fine, I'll get you at another level. When I'm a higher level, I'll finally beat your ass.
He was also level 3.
What the fuck?
Well, at least, I don't know. It's challenge 3, so technically you should be equal to a level 3 character.
What the fuck? Wait. He has multi-attack with 3 attacks!
Oh no, that's just something I gave him a couple of
That
bonuses.
is hot shit!
I made him a Tavern Brawler.
Fuck you! I wish I could do that.
I'm the DM, mate. DM powers activate.
Okay then. Sorry about that. Okay. I guess that he does have his face smashed in like Olaf's like, that happened. I'll get that guy someday. Anyhow, I guess we are supposed to follow in line.
Pretty much.
As Olaf like visibly corrects his nose, like.
Is there anything you guys would like to do during the road trip? Because otherwise, I'm going to fast forward to where you're going.
I talk a little bit with the army, actually. Know their history, know some of the people. You know, do they have some wives, some fathers? I don't judge.
So basically, in that case, if you're going to do that, after a day of travel, you set up camp in the evening. You've made quite some distance, actually. As you have come to a march, also Mick and Castos, You both may roll Constitution checks, flat Constitution checks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why?
Have you ever done a march before?
Yes.
Not so much.
I ran a lot, so I don't know. In my previous life, I don't know if that has anything.
I don't
I'm a
think
s-
so.
I'm a
Also, like
sport guy, so this wouldn't. I don't know, but it's your choice. So.
for like standard adventurers, this is pretty much a tall order. You're going to
Okay.
walk for 16 hours straight on.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yep.
But I guess Olaf
It is a
wouldn't
lot.
have any huge issue with that since, he's just built different.
Pretty much.
And I guess he's more used to it from the job, maybe.
Mhm. Mick is almost. Mick, halfway through the day, you kind of ask if you can take a seat onto one of the carriages. And one of the army men looks at you. We got one of those again. Yeah, sure. Caster, I presume.
Cosmo, I presume.
Really awkwardly like hides his spell book because like doesn't even care, does not have dignity at this point, is completely exhausted.
Basically, they continue moving, but like one of the stronger military guys hoists you upon the carriage, and you may sit.
Just sitting with his knees up like he's a little kid looking goofy.
That's fine. Now that you notice, you look around and you see like three, 4, or 5 more guys sitting there as well, and they go, "Yep, this is our our doom." And you notice that they're all wearing mages robes. Castles, you on the other hand, you arrive at night. Yes, you're tired. Your feet are hurting. Your leg are hurting, but you have survived the day.
Nice.
Camp is set up. What do you wish to do, Azamaro?
I talk to some soldiers. I wanna kind of know their stories, who they are, why do they fight, do they have someone special waiting for them, do they do this very often? The morale of the platoon. Do they know the commander? And yeah.
So you talk to some of the soldiers. You don't really have the guts to walk up to the guys who are to basically the commanders group, as they seem to be in the commanders group at least seems to be in high spirits. Um, uh, but the other groups seem to be well spirited as well, but seem to be more open to at least some people joining in. And you walk up to a group of guards, and basically they introduced themselves as Branyolf, Brolef, and Brolef. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Braniel,
broiest.
Brolaf,
Branyolf,
and
Brolef, Xavier, and Willendor.
okay. Respectable names.
And all men come from the countryside of Solaria. They have joined the army a couple of years back. Brandjolf tells you that he has his family back home, and that this will be good pay for him and his family to again have a very well, basically buy some nice stuff for the homestead. Brolov doesn't have a family, but some extra spending money couldn't hurt. Just getting by the days and hanging out with his buddy Brandjolf in the tavern. And the other two basically they sort of have similar fates. They one has a girlfriend waiting in the city of Soldin for him, and he can't wait to get back to her, and he wants to marry her once he gets home, and wants to use the money from this raid to buy a wedding ring. Oh,
Aww.
what a guy!
How much does it cost, a wedding ring?
Couple of gold
How
if
much?
you want to buy the quality one.
After the battle, I tell him that I want to seek him out and um, give him the gold myself as a wedding
Okay.
gift.
For the wedding ring?
Yeah.
No. He says, I can't take such generosity.
Nonsense, my good man. We are all in this together, so your victory is my victory and vice versa.
He looks confused at you and he says, we're not really acquainted yet. I've barely known you. Nor do I know your skills in combat, nor do I know if you will survive. So I thank you for the offer, sir, but I cannot accept.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anything else somebody wishes to do? I'll take that as a no, and thus you spend your, and specifically Castle spends his night with some of the army men. Mick and Olaf kind of sit silently with Chet and Tequin around the campfire and eat their grub and then go to their tent.
I would like to talk about what we've talked about regarding murder people while we're sitting
Regarding
around.
murder people.
Or like killing.
With who?
With Mick.
With who?
With Mick.
Oh,
the
with
other,
Mick.
was
Jesus.
the other person in the thingy. Yes.
My excuses.
Sorry.
Next time, when I ask you to, if you want to do something, don't make me sit around in silence for 10 seconds.
I didn't intend to. I just wanted to give you time to say what you wanted to say.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Yes, Mick.
Yes.
Regarding the whole taking other people's lives, I know how Castos has said it, and well, he has also killed things, but not people before. How about you? Like, how do you feel about it?
Bad. Pretty negative toward killing people. I would hope that that is a sentiment shared by most.
Well, it's
but I mean, like, if they're trying to kill me, I'm not going to let that happen either.
well, it's just you think you'll be okay after maybe we have to. It's more I want to know if you're going to be fine afterwards, or if there's something I need to look after for.
I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I think I'll be okay. I don't know if this is the kind of thing that you can, like, prepare in advance for, I guess. But I mean, like, I'm not going to, like, abandon anybody to be on their own or run away or anything. I just trying to
It's
get used to this, I guess.
we all react differently. How we are, if we have ever to do that act. I knew personally that I always knew that my conviction, my faith would carry me through any sort of problems I would have. Although I guess you don't have the same help, do you?
Yeah, not so much. Not so much faith in anything. But I guess I'll figure it out.
You don't believe in any of the pantheon of these gods?
Like, believe they exist, but not, like, have any that I favor specifically.
Question to DM, how often is that? Is that like a regular thing in the world, or is that abnormal?
I went to the toilet, sorry.
Abnormal, people faith.
What?
Like, people,
Normal for people to, but like, obviously there's no debating whether or not the pantheon exists, but to not have any in particular that they worship or favor.
I would say it's not uncommon. It's also not common. Like, there are a lot of believers in this world, but then again, in the Mages Guild, it's kind of like a lot of mages are not necessarily religious. So it's 50-50, really. So no, it's not that special. But for the believers in the world, like, basically everybody knows that deities are existent, but the people who don't believe in this world are generally they don't have a specific deity they wish to follow or a specific portfolio that they kind of an agenda they adhere to. If you, yeah. So that's basically it. That's basically it. So deities are a thing, but not everybody follows a deity. That's the main thing. Do they believe? There is no question about believing because it's not believing when it's known they exist.
Like it is
Yeah.
just known. It's just like whether or not he chooses to do so afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. No,
It's more about whether you can ask. The question would be more: do you follow a deity? That's generally the question people ask each other in this world.
Yeah.
And then
but-
the answer no would be acceptable.
Okay.
That's what I said. Is
Okay.
that I
Yeah.
just don't pay for any in particular.
Hmm. If you have any issues regarding it, I think the rest of us group can probably help you out with it. It's just that I know personally that I've seen people react differently to the first time we were doing so. Some, well, ended up like me. Others, well, let's just say they didn't really have a taste for it. And they weren't really themselves afterwards.
Well, thank you for the heads up. I'm gonna probably try not to kill anybody regardless. I would rather we could just take the stuff and maybe be stealthy or at least just leave that to someone else. I don't know.
I agree. I think we should not try to go for, well, murder as the first option, although if it does comes to that, I do think we need to be prepared and, well,
I won't
just
like
watch
I
out for
won't-
yourself.
Yeah.
And do know that we can probably help you out at least a little bit.
Thanks. It means a lot.
Anything else?
I don't have a lot more else to add. No. That's
Cool.
just
No.
it.
In that case, cock-a-doodle-doo. Next day, you proceed marching again after you have had some grub for breakfast. Nothing particular happens during the day. You set up for camp again. If you wish to talk to some people, you can talk to some people. During the evening, some people, another adventure comes up to you guys, and they ask, "Hey, I saw you beating up that, having that fight with that Goliath yesterday."
Wait, but Brutus was an orc.
Huh?
He was an orc.
Goliath.
Okay, I'll change it then. Go on, sorry.
There's an adventurer coming up to your group, and for people who, Hazamero, are you going to talk to guards again?
No.
Okay. In that case, for the entire group, there's an adventurer who sits in your group, and he basically goes like, "Hey, I heard you got in a fight with Brutus 2 days ago.
Yes, that's me.
You got him good."
I don't know. Why don't you ask him? I don't wish for any trouble to befall my comrades here for my actions.
To be honest, the guy kind of scares me. He might punch me in the face, and I surely won't hold out long against him. Seems like you were doing fine, though.
He hit quite well, let me put it like that. And I don't think most people should pick a fight with him if they would want to last long. I can say that for certain.
You got that right.
What do you want? I guess you came here other than just that, didn't you?
Well, yes. Also, do you guys know what the exact plan is?
Well, at least for me, they've been rather vague about it. Do you know anything about the commander, perhaps?
No, other than well, I have noticed he's quite liked among the rest of the regiment.
Well, from what
And I did happen to catch his name the other night. Apparently they call him Ezra or something.
Ezra. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ezra. Okay.
Wait, I know that name.
No, you don't.
What?
I know that name probably from League.
We do.
You
I mean,
do?
yeah. Literally the first day, Gideon talked to, we talked to Gideon, and he mentioned the name Ezra. Um,
Hmm. Can't remember. If you wrote it down, you wrote it down. If not, then not.
okay, I did.
Okie doke.
I promise.
Continue, Matt.
Well, one thing that I did catch was when I talked to one of the recruitment people, they did say his style of fighting were apparently notably ferocious, if you can call it that. So at least,
Well, I haven't seen him fighting yet,
no,
but he
it's,
seems like a tough guy.
oh yeah, it's more the way he prefers combat, I guess. So they've said.
Well, going by the weapon he carries around. I mean, yesterday I walked up a bit up close, and that's not the average longsword. It's like a really big blade.
Shit.
What are we rolling, people?
Nothing. Yeah, we have heard about
Yeah.
that because you talked to us. I looked it through my notes and it says Ezra Scarlet. Yeah. Lady Ezra Scarlet, commander of the army in Soldin. Okay, sorry. Yes. You said great sword or long sword. What did he say?
He said longsword,
Long sword. Okay.
a really big longsword.
Okay, I'll note that as a great sword.
You might want to do that.
Especially from the way I've heard about the person. Yeah, probably that. Well, maybe you want, if it's such a big long sword, maybe it's rather great sword. Although the two can look familiar. So what more might you have heard about this Ezra?
Not a whole lot. Like I said, it seems kind of mysterious. The man love her. Him.
The what? Sorry?
The men love him. Apparently, they like him. And yeah, other than that, I was wondering if you guys knew anything.
Not really. Have any of the other people said anything?
So far, I have not figured anything out.
May I ask then, what is your name?
My name is. Oh, sorry, I forgot. My name is Hank.
Hank.
Hank. Hank.
Okay, Hank.
Hank.
Hank. Good to meet you, Hank.
Hi.
I'm just thinking of a certain other Hank now. God
Okay.
damn it, we're all gonna die now.
Okay. Unless his name is not Hans, so that's good.
Sorry, this is gonna crack up. Yes. Good to meet you, Hank. Name is Olaf. And you should,
Nice to meet you, Olaf.
should probably get. Oh, what is his race, by the way? Is this a man or some
He's a human, yes.
human thing? You maybe want to get acquainted with the rest of my group or traveling companions.
But of course, he reaches out his hands toward Castos. Ooh, a tiefling. What's your good name, sir?
Castos Everbloom at your service, sir.
Interesting. Not a lot of tieflings go with such a royal name. And who might you be? And he reaches his hand out towards Mick.
Micah Wainwright. My friends call me Mick.
Mick. Nice, easy name. Just like me, Hank. Easy. And he goes around the rest of the group. And then he asks of you, so, do you guys have you traveled together for long? Me and my friends, we just recently started this whole adventuring deal, and we thought this might be easy since there's a battalion coming with us.
Oh my god, these people are gonna get
Well,
themselves killed.
Me and my friend here, Tiquin, we've been together for since we came to the city, and and with one other person, but he is gone now. Mick, Chet, and Olaf. We met, I think, a week or two ago, and we've been traveling since together as a group. Actually, Mick and Chet we've met actually a week ago. Yeah. Other than that, other than those two, we are, I guess, they're the newer addition to the party.
Cool. And have you guys gone on a lot of adventures then, you and Tequin?
Yes. Well, not a lot, but we have some adventures on our belt. Not a lot, but you gotta start somewhere.
Like what?
We went to the forest, Duskwood, I think. We killed a bunch of um, giant infested spiders. We went into presumably a tomb, helped Lady Lissiandra in a great deal. We did.
As you mentioned that, you see his draw job open, and he says, "Nah, no way, no way! You are the guys who went into the temple. Those adventurers should have been way stronger. If you say you just did a little bit of adventuring, I've heard that story. You're just making this up."
It's true. We somewhat saved her, fight a frost giant. Yeah, it wasn't all us. It was Lissiandra helped out as well, so it was a team effort.
You may roll a persuasion.
Oh, okay. Wait, where's my thing? What?
I don't
Always
know.
disappears. It always disappears. Yep. Persuasion, huh? As we're checking out, come on, persuasion. No.
You tell your story, and he goes like, "I don't know. Could be true, but then again, you've just been adventuring. Sounds a little bit too good to be true. You had that adventure. I think we all did. But then again, if you would be those guys, I think we are just going to be fine. Definitely with you guys around, if you are those guys."
It's honestly, it's up to you to uh, believe in. It's up to you. So, um, you may do with this information uh, what you want. So,
I heard it from the woman herself that they were the people. Now you saw
Hank
me.
looks at
Now you saw me. Yeah.
Hank looks up at you, and he just goes, "Which woman?"
Lady Lissiandra, of course.
And he looks he squints his eye a little, and he says, "You're telling me all of you have met Lady Lissiandra?"
Yes, for a matter of
yeah,
fact, recently.
Mick was just in her office.
Nah, he goes. "Why would Lady Lissiandra, almost second to the mayor of Soldin, go around with a couple of newbie adventurers like you guys? I don't believe this."
Newbie
And you
adventurers.
all roll a persuasion.
We all persuasion.
You all of you
What?
may roll a persuasion. You do a group persuasion at this point.
Newbie adventurer.
Oh my god!
Poor Mick.
Persuasion.
Wait, but Mick wasn't even talking.
I wasn't.
Fine.
Oh my god!
Sit there looking unpersuasive.
Come persuasion.
I sit there
that's-
looking like such an idiot that no one would
That's a
even.
persuasion of 5, by the way, Jesse.
Yeah, I know. It's the
Fucking
miraculous persuasion of 5.
Wow.
And goes there and just starts laughing. No. You can tell me a lot. I mean, you can might convince me a little bit. I almost wanted to believe you that you went down into the dungeon and rescued Lady Lissiandra there. But having her casually associated with you, I do not believe that, sir. I do not believe that
Dear,
at
call
all.
me a liar.
But you do.
Mick's got like the crystal on it over his shoulder too, right? Like
Yeah, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know that.
that's what Mick's doing, trying to look persuasive, sitting there just like trying to make it obvious, but instead he just like looks really stupid.
Yeah.
Now,
Charisma.
Olaf. It's not about
He's
and
calling me
you
a liar. I am a
It's about-
follower of Tyr. As he raises his voice a little bit. And it
Uh,
is the
the
last
hang
thing
loose
we
up.
would...
No. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying you have a very creative imagination.
Are you calling me an idiot then? You're saying I made this entire thing up. I met
Not
the
at
woman.
all.
I met the
I would
woman
say-
herself. And if you want to, you can visit the Merchants Guild and ask for the record of mine.
He said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to anger you in any way. I'm just, and no, I'm not definitely not calling you an idiot. I would say an idiot wouldn't be even be capable of coming up with such a story like that."
Nice save, Hank.
Nice save.
You see a drop of sweat coming from his forehead. Thank you.
Know this.
Don't worry about my companion, Hank. He just is. You just need to be careful around him when it comes to words. But don't worry.
I can tolerate many things, but the last thing a follower of Tyr can be called is a liar. A dishonest liar. I
Well,
will
I-
never lie under the name of Tyr. Let alone
Okay.
make stories up of what I have done and seen with my own eyes.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't call you dishonest or liar or any of those things. I'm just
You didn't know. He just
merely doubting the credibility of your story a little bit.
A little bit.
Fine. That's fine. You are free to do so.
That's very kind. Well, thank you.
No worries. Don't worry about my friend here.
Oh my god.
Well, if you, I guess I go then. I think my presence is unwanted here. But thank you for at least
Wait,
telling me
I
about what
kinda-
you.
No.
know.
I kind of want like your story.
No,
What's
no,
your
no.
story?
I think I've intruded enough on your group. It's okay. You guys have a nice evening. Bye bye.
You too, Hank. Be careful.
I will.
Do I see Brutus? Like
Portus?
Brutus in like the
Brutus.
distance.
Brutus.
No,
Okay, go on then.
not in particular or anything. No.
Okay, it was just funny if I could see like I had line of sight to him. That was it. If I don't, then we move on.
Oh, he's not with Brutus' party at all.
I
Brutus
know,
is sitting
I know.
somewhere
I was
in-
just asking whether or not Olaf could see Brutus.
There you can see him sitting at a different fireside.
He just like, even though it doesn't notice it, probably like Olaf just flexes like he did with the guard. It's like, You remember that? It's like, I'm gonna get you one day, when I get stronger. I'll make sure you regret it. And she like touches his own muscles. It's like, yeah.
What else happens?
Anyway, other than that, in the evening, not a whole lot happens. And the next day presumes, and you again, not a whole lot happens during the day. During the night, there's a bit of talk, and there is one person who visits you that night. It's a woman. She wears just normal garments, a bit of commoner's clothing. She has a long, grayish, gray silvery hair, and she has a rather pale skin, but bright blue eyes. And she sits. Ah, hello there, adventurers. May I join you for the evening?
Of course, take a seat.
Ah, thank you. And she proceeds to take a seat on a log next to your campfire. So, you guys doing this long?
Oh my god. Well, me and my friend Tiquin, let's say about a month. I can't say more for my friends here, Olaf, Chet, and Mick.
By the way, you may roll perception, Castles.
Oh my god, bro! I'm just saying, I have +5 on perception.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
perception.
go. Perception.
Oh, I thought
Not
you said
persuasion. Nope.
No, perception.
Oh my
6.
fucking god!
Okay, you don't notice. Good. She, by the way, set on the log you're also sitting on. That's the bit where you roll the perception. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay, it's okay. Fuck, bro, such low rolls. Anyway, so yeah.
What might your name be, lady?
My name is Frinjilla.
Frinjilla.
Frinjilla bingo.
Frinjilla. Hey, very good, Azamero.
Frinjilla. What a nice name.
Thank you.
And
So you guys, yeah,
no, I was just gonna ask again, what's like her race? Human also?
you think it's a human, but she seems to be more than human.
A half elf.
So I guess a half elf, yeah. Like, does she have kind of pointy ears, but not as like elven ears?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
You
Then.
may roll a religion if you wish, though.
Okay. Olaf is
Me?
No, Olaf.
Okay, okay.
Olaf is terrible at this shit.
Oh my god. What
No.
the?
Although you are a bit captivated by her appearance, um, you you just think you notice something, but it doesn't strike you at all.
So, why have you come to our little group? Where is your group?
My group is sitting over there, and she points to a group of adventurers. One is carrying a bow. It seems like a ranger type guy. Another one is having his hood over his head. Might be you would at least assume from the games you've played a rogue. Then there is a guy in armor who's like drinking a tankard of ale back. Seems like the fighter of the group. And then there's her basically.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so you've had a couple of adventures. So what is your guys' forte normally?
You mean the type of adventure?
Yeah,
Oof. Um,
like you see the big guy over there, and she points to the guy who's laughing and then slamming the tankard into his face. Basically, he just thanks to him, we almost charge in every fight, and he gets like lobbed a flaming sphere into the face, and then his face gets half scorched off, and then the guy over there, and she points to the guy, has to like chuck a poison into him. So it's annoying, but it gets the job done.
I guess so. But to answer your question, I don't know. I guess an adventure where I can see a lot, meet a lot of people, and see a lot of things like the world, new views, um, stuff like that, and preferably preferably a little combat here and there, just to keep yourself sharp.
Hmm, I see. So not really like the big fighters Magoo.
If you think about politics, not a lot. No, I prefer not to choose any sides other than my own.
No, I meant more like, do you like to draw your bloody your blade or not?
Uh, his face is a little bit what's it called? He hesitates to answer the question, and let's just say that depending on the type of monster or enemy, uh, yeah, depending on the monster or depending on the enemy, that's where I draw the line there.
Ah, I see. So not never drew blood of a human before then.
No, never, and I don't think that I will.
What about an elf?
Mm, Why the question? That also I would never do.
I'm just discerning what you have thought before,
Hmm.
and if you make distinctions between the different walkers of the plains.
Focus.
It's more I guess that is all, but it's more if I if I see a monster, no matter what race, um, you know, plane or whatever type it is, I would, and if it's a threat to to everything that I stand for, I guess I would I will I would I would I will would wow I would defeat it, but I don't know about killing.
So
That
answer me this then. What's a monster in your eyes?
oof, uh, a monster a monster is something that it would destroy everything if given the chance.
And so a
With
mere
no
kobold would not
yes,
be a monster then.
miracle if it has if uh, in my mind no. If he chooses not to do it, then
Not to
he
do
has no.
what?
If he had the opportunity to destroy everything, the world, the people around him, or do horrible acts without remorse, um, that then he is not a monster in my eye, in my
Well, there is
mind.
something to be said for that they certainly do not have the capability of just destroying. That a kobold doesn't have the capability of destroying the world or life for that matter. But a group of kobolds might be able to. And how do you discern the good kobold from the bad kobold?
I think you just have to trust your gut, and it's only nat. And if you're wrong, it's only, and of course, it's only natural if you're wrong sometimes. But you have to deal with the consequences
So
of
how
the
do you
action.
then have a problem with killing humans if it comes down to the same principle?
I well, that's the thing. That's kind of like killing is a last resort for me. Even if I give a even if I give someone a multiple opportunities, I don't think I have it in me.
But what if they don't give you an opportunity? How do you know if you how do you know if you do not strike first?
I just
Sometimes you
wouldn't.
just don't get a choice in battle.
Yes, that's true, but I must be better than that.
Interesting. And how about you, wizard? Do you share the same resentment as this tiefling, who might, to be fair, quite unique for a tiefling to have these views, seeing what you guys go through or have gone through?
I mean,
Back.
I feel like I'm not sure what it'll be like until having been in battle. Uh, but I I will defend myself and I'll defend the people I'm traveling with.
I would say a more useful answer than the tiefling has over here. He seems to lack some certain resolve, but you certain seem to have found yours at least. So in a momentary snapshot decision, you can probably make the right one. That's good to know. And I suppose the follower of Tyr views it in a similar way.
Sorry, recap. I was not here.
They have basically been talking about the how do you. She's being inquisitive about how do you make a decision of why it's easier to kill a kobold or a human. Why do you resent? Why they do resent killing a human or find it harder to? And with basically a kobold, the problem seems to be less evident
Wait, someone said
because,
that?
well, basically,
Wait, who?
Castos.
Oh, okay. Uh, well, okay, but what she was asking me, what? Sorry, I just need to get caught up again.
she's basically saying you have already found your resolve and well, don't really have a problem regardless, since you're a follower of Tyr, and also she has definitely seen that you're a member of the Merchants Guild.
I know what needs to be done if it has to be done, although I prefer not draw my weapon unless provoked to do so.
I think you guys really need to think about what you're heading into.
I was hoping perhaps the commander would sort to not openly engage these people. Since
Well,
Mhm.
you don't know a whole lot about this commander, do you?
everything has been kept very vague for everyone, so you're
Hmm.
right. I haven't really heard a lot about him other than him being relentless, or I cannot remember the word was explicitly used for him.
If you want a piece of my advice or my mind, I would advise you guys to find your resolve within the next 2 days. And as she says that, she stands up and she is about to leave. Unless you guys wish to ask something.
What I would like to ask her, like,
I wasn't finished. Excuse me, Frinjilla, but what about your morals?
My morals are pretty simple. If there's money to be made, I'll do what it takes. If somebody opposes me, they can expect resistance. Not that hard.
That is a very shallow way of seeing the world.
Oh, but it makes the world a much simpler place.
makes you rich.
And yet much crueler.
Depends. Are you going to be in my way, Castos?
Depends if you do something that is not right.
With your vague definition of right and wrong, I'm not capable of answering.
We shall see when the time comes.
Frinjilla, would you go out of your way to kill an individual or spare them, if you could?
Depends. Why do I need to kill the said individual?
I don't know, perhaps individual was a bandit, but he wasn't really posing a great threat, would he now? Would you kill that individual or not?
Depends. Like I said before. Depends on the assignment I was given. It depends on how he treats himself.
You get paid.
Again, depends on what I'm being paid for. If I'm paid for to bring him back alive, I will do my best to bring him back alive. But if he resists, well, I had my role to eventually.
So if the person is innocent and someone decides to put a target on him and you do it, you would kill him for money?
If he poses an active threat to me during the investigation, yes. I'd rather keep my own head on my two shoulders as opposed to down on the floor.
But he isn't a threat to you or to anyone.
Well, that's why we investigate, don't we?
So what if he isn't a threat?
Then I simply do not complete the contract. And I will probably seek out justice the other way around, which generally might also fetch a decent price from a government.
Huh. All right, so you're not heartless as I thought. That's okay.
Oh, you assumed. But like I said before, I suggest you find your resolve within the next 2 days about the thing you're particularly set out to do here.
And I suggest you broaden your views of the world.
No need for that. I have seen enough of most worlds.
Oh, most worlds. Interesting.
All right. Guess we agreed to disagree.
I wish you a pleasant evening, Frinjilla.
As
The same to you.
And I hope we may not cross paths.
Good. She says, and she looks at you, and she lifts an eyebrow, and then she proceeds to walk off.
I said
You may all roll a perception.
Oh my god.
perception.
Perception!
I hate There's so much.
6.
Nothing.
Woo.
Nothing.
What is these rolls? I'm rolling
Oof,
so low.
oof.
Nothing. Nobody noticed. Okay, great.
Damn it, damn
By the
it.
way, can I just say something? I sit.
Yes.
I go to Olaf, and I say, oh wait, oh what do I say? I say never mind, I forgot. Never mind.
Go
never
on,
mind.
son, say it.
I forgot.
Oh shit.
Well,
Can't
if it
remember.
comes back to you, you can still say it.
All right.
Yeah.
The next 2 days are a little uneventful in terms of the night and the day, unless you wish to do something
I just
specific.
wanted.
But otherwise, I'm going to skip forward.
I just want to hear everyone's opinion on her. Like,
Okay, go
what
ahead.
do you guys think of the fact you just saw her? Like, I want. Yeah, I'll probably do this literally when she went away. It's like, what do you think of her?
Oh yeah, I remember. I go to Olaf as he asks me the question, I guess.
With-
And I say, you know what? I like her.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Short and sweet.
I feel like she knew more than she was talking about for some reason, but I don't know what.
I was thinking that she probably had some experience more than we probably ever had.
Everybody has more experience than I have, so
Well,
Don't say that shit while I'm raking. Oh, I really spit it all over my keyboard. Jesus.
Jesus. Ah.
Continue.
I would almost call her heartless, but then again, she doesn't seem too heartless. I just don't think I would prefer her method of doing things. Doing things for only money will.
Yes, but you have to admit that sort of stubbornness and sort of loyalty to oneself is kind of
pragmatism.
attractive.
That is the correct word, indeed. Sadly, we're not playing Scrabble.
Hey,
Sure.
I'm an author. What do you expect?
Fair enough.
I think, while you can remain pragmatic, and I certainly am on some issues, I think you should always strive for something more than that.
I don't know. I think I can learn from her and she can learn from me. I would definitely want her to see her again.
Well, what would you want to learn from her?
I don't know. I think the self confidence and the strong and the will. I could learn from that, I guess. And what she can learn from me is a little bit to see the world as not as black and white and as dark as she lets it out to be.
All right. What do you think, Kelsey? Oh, sorry, Mick. Mick. I was just thinking, Kelsey. Mick, what do you think?
I don't. I think that it makes sense for people to be pragmatic and out for themselves, but it's not how I'm trying to be while I'm here, at least. So I don't know. I think that it makes sense in a group of adventurers to expect people to be out for themselves, though.
Yes, but if you're out for yourself the most, then you aren't out for yourself for the rest of the party, are you now? The question is more or less, is she gonna put herself on the line if her life would be threatened or not?
I don't think it matters. I think we aren't here to depend on all of these other people.
No, that's not what I was more thinking as a philosophy.
Well,
I just wonder if a person like that would then stick her own neck out for other people, even though there not might be extra gold for it. I think that's a relevant question. Sure, you can be more self-confident, but I think there comes a limit as to whether or not that self-confident is gonna have troubles fulfilling your part of being in a party.
I guess we'll find out over time.
I just hope you, Costas, keep that to mind at least, if you want to talk with her more.
I nod, like,
Remember, we're all supposed to expect each other to stand up for each other, at least for now. And that's it.
at least for now.
Yes, that was mainly what I want to talk. Sorry about that.
Cool. No problem. In that regard, the fifth day turns around. The sixth day turns around. And before you guys head further, during the march, the group, for you at least, because you're walking somewhat in the back, suddenly comes to a halt. And a loud voice speaks from the front. Men, I have not told you a whole lot about the plan of approach, but we're nearly have reached our destination. I require you all to dismount for those who came on horseback, and we will proceed from this point onwards with the utmost care through the woods. And the soldiers start to dismount. Whilst we are making our way there, we will take up on the hill over yonder, and the man at the front, he can clearly be heard. You don't see a point, but he's definitely pointing somewhere. And I will explain the rest of the plan and your roles there. Are you understood? The entire battalion goes, sir, yes, sir. And the rest of the adventurers are just sort of looking at each other. And for the so many of time tonight, you may all roll a perception.
Bro, we're all gonna fail again, so.
Hey!
Oh my fucking god.
Is it perception based on sight?
It's perception based on sight, yes.
Okay.
Good question.
Then I have advantages.
I have advantage too. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough. Olaf is literally the only one who noticed.
Oh my.
You all have a good view of everybody, and basically you see what's going on. But Olaf noticed that one thing is out of the ordinary. The fighter, the ranger, and the rogue who you saw a couple of nights back are definitely there. But Frinjilla is nowhere to be found.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Why am I asking questions? Sorry.
Do with that information what you please.
I would share it with the rest of the party. Seems like someone is not there, and a point towards her party.
What?
Frinjilla seems to not be with her party. Maybe she might have spotted something that we might be heading into. By the way, we headed into a forest, right? And he said, like, over yonder, that was like on a hill further away, right?
I don't know what the exact correct English sentence is, but it's either hill over yonder or over hill yonder. It's one of the two.
Point was more like he pointed towards like a hill way in the distance, right?
Yes.
And we are supposed to go through a forest, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be quiet, right? Or like careful.
Correct.
Yes, this is great to know. This seems like an obvious point to perhaps lay an ambush. Wouldn't you guys agree?
I mean, this is rather weird. And why? I'm guessing you're the only one that noticed this out of the. How much, DM? How much people are in the platoon?
About 70, including the adventurers.
And 70 people haven't noticed this, and the commander as well. Something is definitely fishy.
Well,
you know what? You may roll an inside Hasenbarrow, and since you're going through this line of questioning, I will give you advantage.
Thank you. Insight. Da, 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 da. Oh yes.
Yes, you definitely are quite confident that the commander would have certainly expected an ambush if there was any to begin with.
That's probably why he's asking us to. I'm thinking the reason and why he might be asking people to remain on their
Right.
guard is probably because of this obvious, place these bandits that are known for ambushing people would probably ambush us from.
Olaf,
Yes?
why, and Mick, why, hasn't Frinjilla's party said anything?
I mean, we haven't heard them say anything. They're a bit further away. Like, aren't they, like, how far away are they from us? Like, you made it sound like they were pretty distant away.
They're a couple of feet away. Not like as,
Oh, wait,
as
they're
like
next to
it's
us?
a couple of squares, like as squares.
Squares.
So yeah, a couple of
I know
squares.
how long a feet is, but when you look at it from reality perspective, it's like, that's actually fucking close. It's like,
That's really close. No, it's like what is it, like 10 meters? So basically, they're standing 10 people between you and them.
I smell.
What do you
something
smell?
fishy.
What do you think, Mick? Isn't it a bit odd Frinjilla isn't with them?
It is a little bit odd. I think she must have like snuck away for something if they're not panicked about it.
I think you're right about that.
We better tread carefully.
Especially here. I think we might get ambushed, so ready yourself.
Well, I'm not ready to get ambushed, so I guess we as a group should push onwards.
Are there any cover or carts? You mentioned that Mick could stay on a cart that wasn't that far away. How close is that cart to us?
But not that far away. It's like in the middle.
So we would be able. So say in a hypothetical scenarios that arrows were to rain down on us, we would be able to run to that cart to take cover at least from one side.
It would be, yes.
Okay, that was it. Thank you very much.
I need to go in a couple of minutes. Sorry, 10 more minutes limit to me tonight. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm running to a close anyway. It's fine, Kelsey.
Okay.
We're literally getting to the point where I was going to call the session.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you guys head through the forest, you may all roll a stealth. Sorry, because we don't have sneak or stealth. It's one of the two.
Stealth. I believe I rolled it, although it doesn't load in.
Damn. I am
23. Nat 20, boys.
Great! Wow, the guys in the armored people are doing better than the one who's
Hey, I'm
wearing
not that heavily armored. I'm not wearing heavy armor yet.
He took Mick off the cart and he's just like stumbling because he's been walking.
My legs.
I'm such a sneaky guy.
Leg cramp.
Holy fuck. That 20. Holy shit. Go on.
You guys, I also like that you rolled survival instead of stealth. So what's your dexterity modifier?
Oh wait, it's a minus. It's one low. Can you just say it's 22 instead of 23?
Okay, cool.
Please.
The group as a whole, you make your way through the forest, and as you do, a person in leather armor comes up to your group, and he approaches you, and he sneaks alongside you, and he heads to you, Olaf, and he says, "You're the leader of this group, right?"
I wouldn't call myself the leader, but go on.
Commander has asked if you can come up all the way up ahead. He has a task for your group.
I turn towards the other guys like, apparently they want to talk to me. They see me as some kind of leader, even though I don't see myself as that. Would you guys be okay with that?
Yes.
I mean, sure, just this once.
Good. Olaf, actually, at this point, he would not have glided me up. He would actually have his shield up and, like, somewhat holding on tightly, like, towards his side, where the carriages are on his left side. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Nice.
So, like, make sure he doesn't get hit shotted by some arrow at this point as he moves up, I guess, quietly.
All right. As you move up, as you guys are moving up the hill, and you're making your way forward, the commander at the helm clearly holds up his fist, and everybody stops to move. You have made your way up, and you can all see, because you're all up front,
Holy shit.
over the hill, lying a fortress against the ridge, the base of a mountain.
There we go. Beautiful.
That's a beautiful fort, by the way. They've kept it well maintained. I'm proud of these bandits. It's not the other forest we once went. No, other fort we once went to Riverfoot Fort. Yeah.
Let's proceed with the closing of this session.
Sorry.
Ah, that's nice.
The commander points to you, Olaf, and she takes off her helm, and you all recognize the face of Frinjilla.
The fuck? The commander was Frinjilla. Big
Are
surprise.
you fucking kidding me?
I had this on my mind because the commander was referred to as a she, and of course she comes up to us, but oh my god.
No, my
Oh.
God. Fine. That's great. Fine, yeah.
Wow. That's
The only thing she says is this: I suppose you have found your resolve. And that is where we end tonight's session. And next session, I will
Oh.
tell you what's going to happen.
Of